brothers and sisters, the problems we face are real, but so are the solutions. We can rebuild our economy, we can create jobs, we can restore faith in governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter. And I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot. And let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service, that is not defined by slogans, but by substance. And so I issue this challenge to each of you to lead your sectors with vision and integrity, to champion innovation, make decisions based on facts and data and not on guesswork. Spend public funds wisely and judiciously. Reject opulence. And never forget, your first duty is to the people of Ghana and not to your own political survival, not to the applause you will get, and not to your personal gain. I want each of you to leave this retreat with a clarity of purpose and with the humility to keep learning. This job is not about knowing it all. It is about listening. Example, I'll stay true to the values. And please remember, when any of us fall short, I will not hesitate to act. I didn't think that was what you would clap for. Let us leave here with renewed determination. Let us work not for applause, but for results. Let us lead with honor, and let us remember always that the true measure of our success will be the lives we touch and the legacy we leave behind. And finally, let me remind us all that the destiny of our party and our future success depends on the legacy that this current administration will establish. And so we must give it our all. We must work together to make our party's future successful. I therefore have the privilege and honor to declare this executive leadership program duly open. My brothers and sisters, the problems we face are real, but so are the solutions. We can rebuild our economy, we can create jobs, we can restore faith in governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter. And I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot, and let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service, that is not defined by slogans, but by substance. And so I issue this challenge to each of you to lead your sectors with vision and integrity, to champion innovation, make decisions based on facts and data and not on guesswork, spend public funds wisely and judiciously, reject opulence, and never forget your first duty is to the people of Ghana and not to your own political survival, not to the applause you will get, and not to your personal gain. I want each of you to leave this retreat with a clarity of purpose and with the humility to keep learning. This job is not about knowing it all. It is about listening. For example, I'll stay true to the values. And please remember, when any of us fall short, I will not hesitate to act. I didn't think that was what you would clap for. Let us leave here with renewed determination. Let us work not for applause, but for results. Let us lead with honor, and let us remember always that the true measure of our success will be the lives we touch and the legacy we leave behind. And finally, let me remind us all that the destiny of our party and our future success depends on the legacy that this current administration will establish. And so we must give it our all. We must work together to make our party's future successful. I therefore have the privilege and honor to declare this leadership program duly open. My brothers and sisters, the problems we face are real, but so are the solutions. We can rebuild our economy, we can create jobs, we can restore faith in governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before, and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter. And I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot. And let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service.
Juma time na so, and we got to work. Yeah, we got to work. But we must say over the weekend now, movement say, and Yama call say, okay, so and you be move straight into action, and yakwa Juma. And Yama no bebre and a coso a whole lot. And I learned said the German president, prime minister, right, is in town, and omo eguso, omo kasa. Over the weekend, there were issues about Springfield Oil Company owner, Kelvin Autry. Na won some new bebre me who say Yoko for issue statement on Kevin Autry issue no. Yoko for almost statement and deny the fact that Kevin Autry is in the hands of Dubai police for and some Fatu I say Oman deny Yoko and deny, but the point is Yoko and they don't speak for Dubai security agencies, so it has nothing to do with Yoko. But I think where now I'll say false claims on Yoko and Springfield investigations. So we have the document here, and I think so. The date, the issue, the reference and number and everything. Has a false claims on Yoko and Springfield investigations. But me born tougher at the Amawa. Yoko for person catcher say yes, they have issues with Kevin Autry, but one more year investigations. So say check Kevin Autry Dubai, it has nothing to do with them. Maybe a different matter. One more report initially claim that Yoko was supposed to arrest Kevin Autry and Omo Anchino. And so, which means it be almost smelly BB. Then Yoko for Ababababeyano, Ababichemu, the reason why, and they claim that the Yoko claim said they investigate Ansah no man make it arrest. They investigate Ansah no man make it arrest. So you see, me wo issues kakra. When you tell me you investigate Ansana, so with Shatawale Ediana Yoko for investigate here before they arrested him, and after the arrest, Asana Tueka. So which means another more investigations. You see, sometimes when you don't run a country like you are dealing with kids. I mean, and Minya a Remonacha, a communicator. He has been on radio once, a media practitioner. You understand? Just that seat in a shift take. But once a media practitioner, there are certain things you need to, be careful how you communicate to the public. But we will leave it here. We may have so many questions to ask. There are so many loopholes in this statement, but I think in the first place, Kevin Autry, it's okay. In the first place, Kevin Autry, a businessman or a businessman. We don't wish him, bad. We don't wish him bad. Menote kasa sesiano. Ebia Kevin Autry a fan crofo tu omoka. Sa afo no touch wood. If anything, and Kevin is to stay in a prisoner, no, when they lose you understand. So we don't wish bad for him, and I know Kevin personally. We have met twice. We have spoken on phone also 2, 3, 4 occasions about some few issues. So and you be a minimum, and you bomb pie mano. However, you see, we keep on telling people that ewiase. Look, onipa, I'm out for your genuine businesses. So I'm out for your genuine businesses. I don't know, and I don't want to believe the business community is here. Oh, yana niema be, but didn't say yes so. That is why make us say obianya botre with Kevin Autry issue. Yentie mu nkosi asie ansana se obi ewo judgment be pass ya ansana wa pass. Let's take it easy. Obia enya botre se enokure bi wo mu a ye bete. and Ukraine ni muswa. We move on. But as an indigenous businessman, I wish he would come out clean and continue his business. And now I'm in a penny bidding come. And I'm make a chance say you krom hano. Adia bakwa ewo ha I'm into me raising a year business moguls giants. Is that obia nya chance na opese okate ni nua. O twa ni nua ehwe fom. Enti se Kwame Kwache ena Kwame Kwache atimi akwako bie your friends say ebia trading company kese bia obia oni Kwame Kwache wo Accra FM na ato ne nsem keka na nye ne no ana wo ha na Kwame Kwache we na dabai afun kai sikafun kai sikakan kai sikatantan sa na yeyete. A reason why, because nipa no obusa me say okoba bi to say Benin now Benin they are raising business, local business guys, they are doing well. When you say Benin omo cashew omo mayan omo exporto no we exporto illegal, but yet kromwa yati gold board say aban no abehwe ni gold so say be ya individuals enya kwai export to your gold basa yeah, the adane kasa. The adane atem didie. Say ni ya no. Say Benin here. Benin ya. Untimi export ye cashew. Kobe bia. And now say aban no ayir cashew no Indians ne ba. No ma beto. Every aban no mo de akọ process it. So whatever it is, they are getting value for money. You know, Divan Williams says, Bobie, genuine businesses in the world are few. Let's list them and issues attached to them. Anyway, that is your opinion. That is your opinion. I know many businesses are, kosuyi because here to Ghana. And you see, Ghana from America same way. And Papa ne mention Adiebi was Bobie. A friends at Spinters Road. For Spinters. They said they are coins Rabakwajono. All the shops, Lebanese, Indians. First, by Ghana, near A life. A year one, ye beer school. You are Santa Region. So, my uncle Toto, a year groceries, A life. That's just a woman come home. And China Mall, Abeji Ejumano, Meboa. Every corner you will see China Mall. Everywhere you will see China Mall. Who is aiding them? Why na your local people. Baby, they have the money. But say Ghana ni na a China Mall. No, say Ghana Mall. They will find every reason to make sure say a big guno. That is Ghana. No. Yeah. Me papa boss Bobie. Brano, be careful. Ghanaians are naturally born bad. Ahoya or time. And you know, well, you see, Osha mind to say Sudan and the Omoya or Mohonoa. Ya no senye na nse ya na manfrafo bia be fra ya moja sem ne nkole tramada Ghana ni to Ghana ni den say Ghana ni to Ghana ni ebeye Ghana ni you know ayaka de ba ya de ne ye ahoya ena bone enra na menimia Mustafa Bandi kasa na ne ho adwiri no na Mustafa ba bia ote no eyi obi ya o baby a wote no obi ya obi homete no yaji position no a yemfa mo no onim pa say but opese wo Mustafa Bandi baby a wote no wo free ho no mienu nyina be yepe ti Kwame Kwache na producer produce Accra FM Citizen Show Kwame Kwache set ya no ordinary bubu show idiot abro nyes every so Kwame Kwache sempa boa ni na say your life amobo and in empire nyina na say ɔno yɛ German a sɛ yɛ German sɛ kwam kwa tetera nkyɛn a wode ne bɛtera ɔntimi nyɛ o ɛna ɔno a onim sɛ agongogye adwuma no ɛnyɛ ɔne yɛde bɛma no ba ne mpa yɛ nyinaa ne sɛ ɛmmɔ kwame na afei deɛ kwame bɛ adwuma na mu nyinaa mu gyinagyina gate sɛ gyinagyina gate ada ne gate manfoɔ saa yeah that is the normal Ghanaian saa na Ghana ni saa na Ghana ni tie ntu bɛfa baabi a China mall asɛm wei ma no yɛ medu ɛnso meka ne sɛ ne maka ne sɛ ɛna no mehu Zonda ɔbaa no Zonda company China ni lady no mehu na ɔne president Mahama ɔmkɔhwehwɛ cars ɔsɔ de cars aba yo yate na saa girl no criminal biara ni wa wɔkyɛn no saa Zonda girl no MPP time nneɛma saa abayewa no ɛyɛ wɔ kurom ha na yɛka woka ne sɛ no aka ne sɛ woka ne sɛ woka ne sɛ nea waka ne sɛ so you just leave it like that and na wahwɛ so abɔ bra yɛte kurom ha shops akɛseɛ nyinaa ɛnso wogyae ma Ghana ni no a kwame kɔ abɔ so ɔkan wokɔ abɔ so ɔkan a wɔn a wɔde wɔn expert pass ɛba Nigeriafoɔ ne adeade no onim how much ɔfa no papa wogyae ma Ghanafoɔ nko a market a wɔn kɔyɛ wɔn de yɛbɛfa so yɛde bɛyɛ politics nti sɛ MPP na ɛwɔ hɔ a wɔn wɔ sɛdeɛ wɔn si tɔn wɔn nneɛma NDC ba a wɔn wɔ sɛdeɛ wɔn si tɔn nneɛma normal culture say we determine the market wɔn ɔbɛhwɛ so ɔtɔn ne nneɛma wɔ n'abɔ so ɔkan no wɔagya politicians for asɛm ama wɔn no ɛna sese market yi ayɛ manyaa ɛna wɔte hɔ na wɔkam ɛyɛ ogyi mi a wɔde te abɔ so ɔkan tia because yɛ gya market ne ma wɔ a wode ɔdane politics nkwasia pricing kwasi asɛm na wudi woyɛ aseyɛ yɛbɛtumi atu ama akɔ opposition yoo na wokasa akyerɛ politician MPP NDC wokasa akyerɛ wɔn no na ɔhwɛ wo ɛna sese market yi ɛna mu abie manyaa ɛna obi agum anyway mame anya adwuma wei nenka mempɛ sɛ mɛbɔ so ebi but I've watched the video. I don't need to play it back. And I almost see Mustafa Bandi. I call London. I call CNDC for second constituency. President Mahama. JM. Almost say 20,000 constituency. Bia. Na wahu ayana asɛm no bi wɔ ayana ɛyɛ mesere ayana ya asɛm no bi wɔ a ɛyɛ mesere wo bɛka kyerɛ obi sɛ 20,000 nti JM wadi MP abedi wabɛyɛ ranking member abɛyɛ running mate vice president opposition leader 8 years back to presidency ɔno ontimi enyi ɛyɛ sika 20,000 onibi na MPP ni ɛtiwɔ jiminti wo obi ba omia so ɔkyɛ constituency 275 MPP ɔso ma obi a pick up ba omia timi kyɛ pickups say 275 for say check it ba omia meboa ba omia nga sɛ ɔma ɔmo pickups Baumia to meet pickups. Emma MPP constituencies. JM Untimi ma a year 20,000. Oh, sometimes. A year now doing nipa doing as a nipa yare. Pressure almost say a bank for no. Say declaration declare editing abem. But now President Mahama official NDC party we now we grab Mustafa Bandi asem we asem a say asem nwa. President Mahama official NDC party. Na say one more kasa no wamu nimu wamu nim President Mahama free share NDC ache enya ne enu akura party mu abepemene ebi okura no President Mahama no ano mo mpese ombeka no abonten but why be and this ebi mu complaining say John Mahamadin as if say one the presidency no na ye ne de na woni bibia wode bua party no na se Mustafa Bandi akoba bi no a kirem say look and someone crofo ka free akire no enye saa na tie it's a lie ebi no mabusuafo no omo yire no wo positions 300 pickups Baumia. Ewa sorry ba. Brian, I paid each constituency executive $1,500 for Baumia to become 2024 MVP flag bearer. Or no, Brian? 8 metia. Jomama de Omo Nyebi Ma NDC. Oh, any MPP ni who? Kwame, so I didn't mean come on say no. Me who say I don't know. Say one more. But I have MPP friends. Yeah, one more musia wa bontia. As one komo die no. Who say only nipa na edim komo. The moment ebe switch akọ MPP asempe. As wa bodam. As wa bodam. Or no Brian to meet $1,500 per constituency. In 2024. Baumia story now. Say 300. 300 vehicles. Baumia or no? When you ska. Mami Chaso. Mami Chaso. JDM has been doing this since. So the ignorant people can make noise. Yeah, tell you. Momo noise, no. Momo noise don't be, no. Obi am found. But ena ye nyina ye ka no say wunnim a na wunnim. If you don't know, you don't know. Because ena Sarah eka no Freddie Blay. But you see, the argument is that ena skano ekwahin. No. Mustafa Bandi na said so be defending the president. Because onipa da se ni ahye da akọ landing ho akodi nkomo just to make sure say or say your friend say JMD akere party for no keke. And Mustafa Bandi I mean he works at the presidency. Yes, on your spokesperson. But where your party matters or your deputy general secretary and your party matters, then he needed to explain that one more kasano. Orama man contribution ye. Ma who's MPP for issue? So Rajo Mama say also more appointments echo foreign missions. Party for no. Omo ko. And MPP for issue. Say Gabi no munya chance no mo de kokoro medam ase. O mo di legon fo. Lagan. O mo de lagan fo. So if you tell me, yes, we agree. And you be a na enka amount for expectations. Ebia na amount for expectations. Ya na enka omo expect say, oh, enka President Mahama de ebia Bobie be kwa, what we be sha. But hey, in this world, unya ni nyina pepe say what dey everything should be about you. Say enye you na koye nipa fofora, you have a problem. Yentre wi asesa. Among for mean I have issues with the likes of a Laurentia and a Bridget Boninum because then these girls Juma they worked. Sabonti suni baba fa kwade and ya momfa mamu amon crofo na mungrumu omo. And that argument minya chena. That is my position. Yen totu mfa nse eye otamfo nsem se je na tobo me. Yen yesa. Ni nyina ntimi nya pede but hey, chale at least nse hunu ya de Bobie be ko burger diaspora media burger na se me burger boys boko boys kusase boys ye nyina ne habe wo hwene. You understand? So at least part for nya abotre they should take it easy. Mame enkwaya majuma with and they delete 2 issues. The Galamsey matters and issues about SML. And Divine Kruma will join me in the studio. Samuel Onto will join me in the studio. Haruna Mohammed will also join me in the studio. Quick one. If you have the videos, Shidim. Okay, so young question, Shidim, for Shidim, dear course. I know, sir, you have watched the video. Go. Incident we akoso yate police for asem yate eye yenua MP no asem anopa minya information say speaker ama police kwai say omo investigate yenua MP no na amanfo busa say me ba jo o afanya marking you know o shi police ni asum no o afanya marking video no o shi police ni asum no aha ayana mo dia mame. It's good. The difference I would say now the difference between MPP and NDC clear. Yeah, clear. Clear ba and kakra. Because in NDC, even though Obianwa wahunu issue nani so. All right, so my many Erastus Asaridonko yenia and Century couldn't come. Big brother, Akwaba.
Yeah, Obia
Bra, Pacho, with you.
I will be.
Pacho Boko there.
You want
good. I don't pay you ready be a free half for shidim a buy and some no water no a Yora Collins Doda and name Rasebe Ganiba couldn't PM. Later, me koko ready bibi efa small scale miners ora Michael Kojopepra. Ono so no my different story altogether. Then yate MP no also statement awade aba. Chief, adiaba in the seaporting. What is the issue?
Now can me person was just there. Almost saying almost
Dear MP ni can say or kwa ye ena okototo manya ne constituency baabi okoduru ye no a okototo asem nimu no ono de na oginamu sebe ya obetimi aboa atwitwa eye security fo no enti onko frɛ mob bia sɛ omoma be attack obi utie
tunde oko side
was anya site so utie any statement ni menim so anya statement ni bia but the person kan nyina ne say ono one galamse fo ni bibia o twama kwa yie ene o te say ye aba ene ma ofa ho ene okoboae ene sese ye de ahye no kon Michael Kojopepra so pa a kire say issue no has nothing to do with the MP or Collins Delda na the issue no eye kromofo ena womo ko attack military for no ya ntimo asemu yie ntina ma me busa from that angle no.
Okay, me name say Kojopepra abe spokesperson for MP no ne Collins Dauda there. But me juma with so many sources. The information I'm that's exactly what happened. MP no cast a one site a ben one because evidence I just said okay. And you know okay. Rantia heavily built men, and okay. One Alex, I will also claim the site in the I'm a mining site. My problem is that when you are engaged in processing of ore or gold using chemicals, you need a license. That is why NIMOS Echo. Busane said, one for when demanding. But in a bill, I have to know. But other Ghanaians, I have to religion. He went there.
But I want to say,
he asked that they should release them, they should remove the handcuffs on their hands and release them. And then the soldiers
on a statement, Numuno, Ɔsɛ wɔn no ɛna kakyɛ ɛyɛ nine months fɔm sɛ look the way a mmeranteɛ no acharge no ɔmo movie ɛyɛ ɔmo akyekyɛ ɔmo no nyinaa ɛnkɔ police station for safety so at no point ɛyɛ ɔka kyerɛ obi sɛ wɔn ɛnyi handcuff ɛmfiri ɔmo nsa na ɔmo release wɔn. That is exactly what he said in his statement.
I'm not ready to engage in banter and any form of argument with him, at least. So don't also start the story. But what I'm calling for is an independent probe into that incident, so that probe will bring the two narratives together. And I know very well that if any proper probe or investigation is initiated into that incident, it will confirm what we have written.
So which means you still stand by your article?
Of course. Why would I want to write it?
Wow.
So
Wow. Hello?
That is why I wrote it.
Yeah. Erasmus Mami Musa, sa galam say woy. You bet me a win.
From where I stand, they can deny all they can. At the appropriate time, if they choose to go that tangent, we'll also bring our evidence out. We have our witnesses as well. So if it gets to that point, we'll go there. But you see...
At what point? At what point? At what point?
Oh, where we go to seek for redress if you are not happy. So when it gets there, we will also come up with our evidence and we'll make it public. But the American, this is not the first time. That incident today, and not the first time. This year, Lance Minister Asumaya was Western North Forest Reserve. We faced a similar challenge.
From politicians?
You have ministers who will call or go to the scene where a legally mandated agency is conducting its rightful duty. And then they would demand that Adena open the jurisdiction one more money.
But other than I must publish those people because me who be I'll publish you.
Oh, and there are people who call the shots behind the scenes. Soldier for Beko, Yabechi Nipa, Ama for Befre, a way the side, a way of Nipabidia, a higher Minipabi, a Dimunjano Manenko, Munye.
So Erasmus, why don't we deal with the people who are behind the scenes? No, because maybe they say me, mommy didn't you know me. Let's mention and shame them because that is where the problem is coming from.
Bobie,
sir,
this one. You know how I work. If I don't have the evidence, I won't put it. Because evidence is the name of the game.
Yeah.
If there are witnesses and if there is evidence, then you can talk about it boldly without getting sued. Or even if you are sued, you'll be able to defend yourself. That is why. Now, people are so crafty and smart that those who sponsor the galamsey on the ground, or those who call the shots to defend illegal mining, you will never find their names on any document. And they are so smart that it is difficult linking them, even though you know that these people are the ones controlling or managing this illegal entity. Until they are caught in some of these things, you will never be able to defend yourself.
This particular MP, we know who want a background linked to galamsey activities. Until say unya ne whole report we know who anything linked to him.
Daddy.
Okay.
And I have not been able to confirm it. But this one, he was there. And I'm speaking directly to an incident which occurred. I'm limiting myself to that incident and not any other hearsay.
But with this incident, who tries our friend or Collins Delta to find out whether informant name out correct information?
That is an option as a journalist I can take.
Okay, you're right. You're right. Chairman, Okunwe no emu ya edin. But Mami Musa, do you think that President Mahama, the NDC administration, are they doing enough?
You see, the idea is good. I would never say that we are doing enough. Yes, President Mahama and the NDC are doing something. That is why we have numbers. That is why the IDP has done quite a number of jobs. In fact, the next forest now, they've been able to clear quite a number of them. So I would say that they're done. But we pay it. Now, baby, I hear say, I'm not and take action. You better return it back to where we are, and even worse. And that is why we need to do something about it.
Say, foreigners are more invade a forest. Yeah, day. And from where I sit, what we say weapons, what is happening?
Ansah, multimedia started this war way back 2012, 2013, 2014, and the company has been in fact through us and our team, we've been working on this. Quite a number of successes have been tried, and I will say that it's been good. They are still following because we've been able to save quite a number of forest reserves. I can talk about Tanzania. Saying consistently, I can tell you, say, that forest, I can tell you. But a large portion of that forest still exists. Tanzania, the same thing. You've been able to work on Jimera extension. Though your reports, almost and Jimera extension, and you're going to almost a large portion of it, almost. But still, a portion of it exists because we continue to talk about it. I'm documenting all the forest reserves. Any almost Dodo I have said, the Ecoso, may a first one on a Pampama forest reserve. Second one, Eba Enche on Tanoni Forest. Then we'll go to Tanania. We'll go to other forest reserves. At least we have 44 to go. And I would say, through our work, a lot is beginning to do. But you know, still, I'm not room. I'm not room. Now, and then we keep going back to the same thing.
What data I just say, Galamsey for ya no I buy it me a jelly bee. Do you have any information to that?
I don't have any information, and I keep asking for it. That we are on the neck of, especially the Ghana Police Service and the Attorney General, that they should give us a list of prosecutions. Because they say, as long as they are lucky, yes, it's a homo. They are impound excavated. Excavators need to recently, many information that some of them have been given out. As to on what basis they were given out, I'm still investigating. They should be able to furnish us with investigation, with prosecution. And I think that is one thing Attorney General should be able to do a press conference, just like Niaoyen and I say, to be able to tell us, Nipa Emu do not saying any other Makoko. Don't was saying the because as I said here, the new to be high.
I see. Anyway, Chairman, Yabako Swadim Komowe. We are in the same, position. Your bumper say I deal with to be tra. I'm not happy, and I know you are not happy with the way. Patrio.
Yes, and trouble. Yes, especially I was here with a critical question. Over Collins data, you should call him and find out. There are he's been accused of something. What is he saying about it?
You see, I may know, and I pay no. And I pay no.
In the best interest, I was say or report to the relevant authority. Not go there with his own people.
Me and I pay no. Time I me read it from one and random who video no. Me read it from what article no. And I'm afraid a year MP no wa ampeke. Later than if phone doom. Me frère Collins Delda anko. Me niana minsaka Lance Minister. And I'm busa and say adewe no so we funeral nyina no mo nyina more collaborate with informations. But what you know is say Collins Delda is not in town. With a year a friend is a MP no so the onim say speaker I'ma go ahead that the police should investigate him. So baby ye way there and but onim say Collins Delda any town as to whether indeed Collins Delda and a friend no can be beached no or not or no so won't mean. So we are also talking
because
to
that is the information or the man task force. So they were sent by Collins Delda. That's what they told the task force.
I see. But when in 9 months for na kasa when omo kasa mama confirm this position.
I have spoken with them. I have my sources within them. They gave me concrete information on that and evidence to that effect, and that is why I'm able to report on it.
Oh, okay, sharp. So at least you can use your evidence to help the police do their investigations.
Oh, if I'm invited, but the Namos itself, who is at the center of this whole thing, they are there. They have the evidence. The police who went in to save the soldiers, they are also there. So when a rocket fight, it's easy.
Okay. All right. Chairman, that's it. Money Ajuma. Okay. All right. Thank you. Live on Accra100.5. Joe Atiga says Galamsey fight is not difficult to deal with. It's a matter of sincerity from everyone, including journalists. What does he mean when he says the evidence he has will be released later? Mr. Man, just release it for us to fight it together. But don't you also think you are benefiting from this Galamsey thing by delaying evidence and hiding some names? Maria Adams says Collins Delda should have issued a statement by now. Why is he quiet? He's not in town. Anyway, so let me put that one aside. Quick one. Mami Emra Munkonkoye Ejuma Efofro Embra. And we have so many questions to ask. We have so many issues to talk about. But I think now the system is clear. I like the NDC supporters' approach. I like the party and the government approach. Because you mean now memu na ya so son crofo so. Yetia ene e beka kire say ayi akwawi Akufo-Addo akwaya okofa ne free Kumasi ba so was Akufo-Addo nti obedi president yi na on ye a transport manager ewo a presidency on a release presidency cars emom de ko galamsey ukoka na MPP ne edidi watema kama saa na tim didi nko today and a matisa amanfo ka NDC supporters no they say no more arbitrary nipa na no the NDC supporters reaction clearly tells you that supporters ne MP adia your friend Galamsey they don't like it. They don't want to hear that thing. And the NDC supporters, you see, that edge, that sincerity in their hearts to help John Mahama fight Galamsey, no, yes, our reaction, no. It's not they decided to crucify somebody or whatever. Okay, so the last director of corporate affairs, Minerals Commission, Shaban Akwaba. Boko, dear chief.
Bobie, in some way, you yes,
I didn't know your Boko, then I'm in your Boko, and then I see.
Never the manifesto about. And the manifesto, very empty, and the content of the NDC manifesto. You don't want to be empathy against the NDC. And see about me, and me, that is the I say a big people be able to amp when you're different from people. But in some way, we see over the weekend, our gosh, no time. A time.
The letter, so now one now, what's here?
Bobie, because the commander of Naimo, Colonel Book, may our what the same office of Mineral Solutions. The office is just opposite my office. Sunday is here, Friday is here. No one in China 1 o'clock. Yeah, yes, somebody need. Minister, they see some cars within the airport. No, it's changing that. The commander, you can go. Yeah, you guys know. I have already. You can do on the chief executive officer. I have friend is tired of people. I invite him to say, member of the BB man. And so on one, you charge the plane ticket. On one, you charge the plane ticket of the military commander. And on the call. And then the call of the starting among them, near one. 9 of the morning, the Omobas Yami or the Brahma Happy Radio in together. They be able to deploy one of them. I'm what this campaign. I see a focus and Crawford Galamsey, I have to. Yakoshe. And see, all the information is a 1 hour 30 minutes to 2 hours. What we really now command the leader or shed the deployment through the job of deploying on now of time 24 all but I know I know one is almost yet illegal mining, illegal activity ready. Now, the account is flat, and it said it was close to the road. Or the other commission line 5 mining. You are supposed to be 500 meters away from the road and 100 meters away from the river. And she said, what you want to do 100 meters? And yet, you know that you must be 500 meters away from town, and that's a road. And the owner was very close. Almost a kind of house. And tonight, I'm going to and Moran will say 500 meters. It is a mobile unit. And see a little book. On your 10. Or no come in 11. Now, commander on cooperation too. Commander on cooperation. The boys do not see the court. They will know the strategic plan at the 2 form of medical. But this time, said the year one. Or number of the boys who will be a call. Now, if I will call them, I deal from say they were close to the road and to the town. Bobie enough. All you see, sound like any message. I asked it. and reaching their goal. I work at it. And so we know that the only way they get a boom rapid. And the all people now 21 catches, 12 million goals, and 11,000 Ghana. And then yes, warning and you offer everyone going to take it career. Or no, concert you know minus community. It's a good job. Now a player concert because the friend of the money said something to the other. Of our friend, although city card will get in for 1 2 and not start with all you see language. That
is a site owner no.
Yes, real.
Why me pacho angadala abutre site owner no na what can I say me?
Me pacho
okay, to aso.
The site owner the law do or to by hand and I said you cannot display this kind of impunity. And a one to the Libaco Polico, and no first, and no didn't handcuff, I'm going to say good, and no handcuff. First, of our two, no, not more is that on none of the same thing. And to almost see, no, I'm here. And now, honorable member of parliament for the area, a certificate not a buy, and to the Ghana card, I need complimentary card. Say only the member of parliament. Na obepa say omoma emu nkan nsam. Nti commander ni bisa send na work. O start say one answer. No commander say baby. Yeah, omon pay the normal manner to man responsibility. Responsibility is that you must fight illegal mining head on without fear or favor. Whether you are a party person or an appointee or whatever. They should deal ruthlessly with anybody. It's okay to say, on to me, now, I honorable Ebenezer Opoku. The problem in the United States, Nepal, you know, so that they have called for me. Say, a long time, ye have of you. Nipa no ya tell me. I didn't go police station. Ye handcuff me to woman and stand you don't possible. Na time na honorable MP member. Na a month ye be 15 to 20 to 30 edmichi. My sister to call baby say no for you. And it's no for year, not the nipa 30 no, and at 25 na 40 no dey move year. Offer into ye castle ye party. Na emro seri between the success of the political home. What would you keep? At your beer, what campaign no machine.
Me pacho, Dela, with your narrative, now or and now being a catcher.
I speak for 9 months and speak for the Minerals Commission. The commander of the 9 months. I Colonel Dominic Boa.
Okay. Now, one or try so Uber Richie MP, and I know so we need Honorable Collins Deuda. Or try so Uber Richie or Mumu B, just for clarification purposes.
Now, the Honorable Ebenezer Kwabena ne response. Bobie Sampato will be a Kamaka to the last point, the last one.
Last point. Okay, so say what can was not say one me products no day to a page no so to the to also.
The last point I think the Toyota version of the Zongo T had its glasses smashed at the back. By then, I had left to attend to other funerals. I honorable Peku Ado say time one more pipe here. I better do Bobie. Na commander ne can no the point. Voice not started to only.
What I mean is, for clarification purposes, what mean try say because I know say Colin Zelda is a comrade, so reaching him no answer that any problem. MP so ebeyunia kuma ana comrade yen kanesa. Who tries okay? Let me call them because Naimos commander also or nipa onipa to be born in trim kasem. But what try say obey further checks to make sure so say na someone who talk catch them na me person me busa and once what to be yes sir.
Bobie my check in Nigeria no what you
so only MP na kasa only MP ni kasa.
Honorable quality down the body no you be there. I am me this body honorable quality down that way. Chi. Na ko what is the BSC? And I will be here. And now, I will run to about it. And I will phone. Command the soldier. Say, on you being cut. On you being cut. And I command the lady at one. And I will say, now, me person command this honorable cut. A honorable colleague. What? One hour for baby. And I was going to do a phone so the old catching will be was only being put being also being proper. Because honorable calling down that you only baby or the small young baby. One hour for one friend into you being customer. We empty. Honorable calling to empty. Then I say honorable calling down that you be customer. Then I wouldn't be them. Then I didn't be them.
So Dela, this issue, more than a day, what is the way forward?
The way forward, before I begin the way forward, a bedroom baby, not a minor 2 times fine, almost near to a police station, almost friend police for by 20, ever the boy, the regional commander, police for woman in our battle. Now, Zongo for you, what should you? And a buy any and the Katai. And a crab about to and I am a yes, Zongo chicken. A sense enough so that for to read to a kind Zongo him and not the car. At the mouth, woman say, woman can for. Saka will our pipe and don't meet. Offer say, may empty. Any deal. Now I am finding the message is a very united police station. The group police station will But
Dela, who reading the statement now? Wow, refer BB a woman. We're making the points clear that one, a Hawaiian constituency, two, or quite ye. A year no nanke so ne Honorable Collins neko. Honorable Collins etukwai. Baby a obefa no nam Honorable Collins ekrom neko. Okototo asem ni mu. Ni nua e constituency ni wono so ni die ni. Enti na se osi na okohwe adekro. Mo so oye mrase badwani na asemu si ne ma nyina anka bia. O kire bia asem ni bedru parliament na meka say me hu say esi o ba me de me duru na me fa na me twam enti oso okọ ena okotie mu in fact oso ono ena oboa ye ma omde mrante no eni asojafo nyina ba police station because na se de kromofo puba no o read sa ono ni defenses we ya eto say
Bobie mi na say Bobie de ya o say ono na boa no de to police station.
Yes.
say this, don't go cheap in the kind of the call. Such as don't go cheap no one. I say you're pie the drunk.
Well, me mean tears on go chief, so I don't know. But this is the statement from MP.
And my cat, a son said, not so that one time you're not coming in, and I said, Oma, attacking. And it's don't go cheap in my car, say, and Fanko. MP not throw when it's to me, to or no call you, and or two say a pipe by time. Nancy, or see or Kahun, and the idea. And you man police police soldier police station. Or no MP. Or see the last statement, you know, or 3-1 time don't go cheap in the car no. Or the man see about soldier police. Or no tackle. Your pipe and no it's a year. In the same statement, you know, on one capacity. Or no, the man you didn't for putting on the woman you didn't for putting now police station. And see, somebody is just speaking the truth here. The MP statement is contradictory. Is it not? On one thing, or the other, they don't say police station. On one side, the statement, the last statement, the face, and then the last statement, the face. Time or one practical down, no, what you open here. But when you have a police station, the same statement. It's a Toronto. It's the 6th or the 7th one. I want to say the last one. And who say, Ojai hoping you. Ojai was saying, or come on to the police station, or come here to come. And he is not. See, the fact is this. A cool way to have a galaxy. Anthony. Problem you MPP go to I see a manager. And see a formal diplomatically. Bobie, so the best share of my page for Mamma in one. Near the name of my page for Mahama in the Jima, said the only the Jima more. And I see a woman said, Sans you go in be. And the big on Mantaino, not buying any more here. As I said, on Mantaino, the Jima Bonner, or be a Bonner, but he said, I remember my page on my Bundy, a big Kim, or be a big Kim. Now, and you man to think it this thing. And not and they go about any more here. And the young me and you see a cover with the we empty. So the father water. Ya Baba and Maratian the emphasis. Zachariah was the owner of the son. Abba. Ya the Omo police station. Not the Omo. No one. Now the commander town to now they pay for Tata. So all license. Watch that on your license. So all license to be now we a boom racket. Oh, say, we are put the new. But say Obama and right here, we don't call ye, and then right here, the 2 I will say, ye empty, no, the air party, you know, and of course, we are. And somebody, the truth must be good.
All right. Say, ni atese Speaker Ma Kwase police and take up the matter. Is that right?
Yes.
And Meno Kase no what me police at me are making any arrest.
The police commander for the region has been directed to constitute a committee to investigate. Into one of the investigation, the Colonel Buano has been invited. The MP has been invited. So the MP will go and give his narrative. And they're going to happen. And see, all the witnesses and all the people there, no, you all want me to Commander Buano. Everything about this region, and that's a big thing. Say, on the one year, money in other part of testify. At the end of the day, the committee, the Baba wants to say, say me, about the dead generation, but they make up. And they say, Juma, or my page of Mahama, Juma, now Juma, and you might be a debata say the bank, the year who's true. The country of Bank say, yeah, the cooperative money. As Southern set a check to say that when you begin to take a class, if the amount of money cooperative money, minerals committee member constituency, near about the resistance, so near of 5-year license, say fire cooperative mining. We are not against mining. We do not want anybody to incite anybody against soldiers. The order we are saying is that, so we are responsible leader, a member of parliament, minister of state, government official. Say, young Molina, Patram, Rank, Butre, now buy what a Konya Papi, Emma woman. Not say about you, a war, a total war, elbow box, time while we can't able to see one or so that they take off from a branch will be that so the last one of the place. A branch of the family, a pen with two. A day. Yeah, this is the funny police station one, only in every police station. The last soldier one, all two can a branch of the about the 10 key. Yes, see, say, so that for the other commander and Anna, it was about 2 years, and I said, defense. They can be the sea woman, Jamahama. Sebi, Mao can be caged upon the tension. Yes, sir. Mining, once you are responsible mining. May I tell you by anyone?
All right, thank you, Dela Edem, na Yenene Kasayeno. And Dela Edem is the Director of Corporate Affairs Minerals Commission. Live on Accra100.5 Citizen Shows. Honto Akwaba. Boko there.
Nyamiadum.
Good. Nyamiadum Boko. Just a minute, I'll be back.
And so I issue this challenge. My brothers and sisters, the problems we face are real, but so are the solutions. We can rebuild our economy, we can create jobs, we can restore faith in governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter, and I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot. And let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service, that is not defined by slogans, but by substance. And so I issue this challenge to each of you to lead your sectors with vision and integrity, to champion innovation, make decisions based on facts and data and not on guesswork. Spend public funds wisely and judiciously. Reject opulence. And never forget, your first duty is to the people of Ghana and not to your own political survival, not to the applause you will get, and not to your personal gain. I want each of you to leave this retreat with a clarity of purpose and with the humility to keep learning. This job is not about knowing it all. It is about listening. For example, I'll stay true to the values. And please remember, when any of us fall short, I will not hesitate to act. I didn't think that was what you would clap for. Let us leave here with renewed determination. Let us work not for applause, but for results. Let us lead with honor, and let us remember always that the true measure of our success will be the lives we touch and the legacy we leave behind. And finally, let me remind us all that the destiny of our party and our future success depends on the legacy that this current administration will establish. And so we must give it our all. We must work together to make our party's future successful. I therefore have the privilege and honor to declare this executive leadership program duly open. My brothers and sisters, the problems we face are real, but so are the solutions. We can rebuild our economy, we can create jobs, we can restore faith in governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter. And I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot. And let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service, that is not defined by slogans, but by substance. And so I issue this challenge to each of you to lead your sectors with vision and integrity, to champion innovation, make decisions based on facts and data and not on guesswork. Spend public funds wisely and judiciously. Reject opulence. And never forget, your first duty is to the people of Ghana and not to your own political survival, not to the applause you will get, and not to your personal gain. I want each of you to leave this retreat with a clarity of purpose and with the humility to keep learning. This job is not about doing it. For example, I'll stay true to the values. And please remember, when any of us fall short, I will not hesitate to act. I didn't think that was what you would clap for. Let us leave here with renewed determination. Let us work not for applause, but for results. Let us lead with honor, and let us remember always that the true measure of our success will be the lives we touch and the legacy we leave behind. And finally, let me remind us all that the destiny of our party and our future success depends on the legacy that this current administration will establish. And so we must give it our all. We must work together to make our party's future successful. I therefore have the privilege and honor to declare
are joining in the studio. Divine is here. Obejina Jason Haruna Muhammad will join us. Same Akwaba. So I have for Shidim Naimos incident. Yeguswa, we are trying to get more people. Once a Lands Ministry release a statement. They are working on it. The police also release a statement, which I know say more who be MP no involved no release statement. And yes, obia Canada. But the issue I think say obia any abre ewo ho ni titru ni NDC grassroots yanko
of a mencha production team any yeti for ne RF4 me ba na metie conversations na me ba ye betna se de akoso nyina ba of answer na meko no amenfa chia kesi free honorable minister for food and agriculture honorable Kopoku.
Okay.
Any national football faster company embro unse be na kakra ni Ghana for complaining dientia o mado no bae no amabu omunya atofo na Rebecca say a blessing in disguise. You see, BB say 9 years more. So for the past 8 years, now I have to go to ECOWAS and beg. And there's a Bruno Busso because I had deliberate policies and programs are banning.
And yes, is now.
Dabi.
Okay.
Say a seasoner. And for the past 8 years. And Bruno Busso man surplus on the Kutua ECOWAS. They say, I mean, look at it, they cut 2,700 metric tons. And tinye season deliberately say since inception of this government a Greek ministry distributed over 1.3 million bags of free fertilizer free at the microphone na se kwani nya fertilizer good no buy so ebeba and they are surplus beba and the ministry also anticipated said this yebedu to buy na no ma national football pastor company shares here renovate to warehouses. About a month ago, and government released 100 million at the national football fast talk. Out of that 100 million, we know we must spend 50 million. 50 million, no. Or met me at a year maize 6,000 metric tons, a year 120,000 bahts. Or met me at a more 3,000 more years home. Or met me at 3,000 metric tons, a year 60,000 bahts. Or met me at Gary 500 metric tons, a year 10,000 bahts. Guso moto ano ma identify mu say paddy rice e mo na yensi ho no dodo no a so e wo ho okọ aflan place okọ north a enti minister aside akoto cabinet animu a omo make available of 100 additional 100 million that 100 million ba and omo the top paddy rice no nko a mo na yensi ho no I know omo expect some better at least 150,000 metric tons. I know be my 3 million bags of a year paddy rice. I'll be to me at all. And that's the intervention a government did go akwa. We are hoping say in the next a year 1 month no air kono. O meti me at all na kuafo no a o ma bre no. O meti me at so emfaso de. Enti de air cost one nti kuafo munum so twa ope. Aba no wo ho adwempa because e baby atwa mu no. Na kuafo no support kura monya bi fertilizer ya twa not for say ni aton mamo. 2017 to 2024 aburamu so emu so ama ya hu de yehu na emum eye policy na ban de aba na hihia aba e de akuafo benya so emfaso de 2024 even farmers best farmer na world cry farmer no yes person with disability oni yi ni se Ghana nyina se bi obubu ani a wado afu amala ni asopa ya fara baso body ama no me wa na nda betra TV so say ye de adwene person with disability propaganda enti akuafo nya bote nana metie eye interviews a wo ye na me statement a hodo eba nana something is missing. What is missing is say who say ye ka say the accused person now MP no issue statement institutional MP no which is parliament speaker issue statement ama directives a police for omoye in charge of security they need to anymore or bi no police for issue statement ministry nine mo for no share na se wa issue statement nemom nine mos no a wono no call ya yemfa ne se de tete eche se de ensa ka omo no a omo na ye victims no ebesi na nine mo for issue statement woni dalaka say okasama lands commission yes sir semiti ya minerals commission and osakasama nine mos. So the last statement Bernard de la Diaba on behalf of the Naimos. Ye nyina betimi making reference to. Na ya say okay, who is lying and who is telling the truth? Because the Ubeka Wahano, we cannot accept it to be the official statement of the Naimos. We cannot. We can accept the minister Nakano from the ministerial point of view. Say minister and so a receiving report. We can take the MP or no dear. We can take the police on an idea. What about Naimos? And I'm told to say Naimos no, I was secretariat. And I know Association Ayenia de la Abe confirm say and pass only secretariat and could spokesperson. So long as Omo or spokesperson, Omo secretariat. And why has Naimos failed to issue statement? Echema drink Accra. One yenua the like so ka say MP statement na ka say contradictory. Nana, I bet you differ. So read the MP statement. Very clear. MP say one a police for ne nine mo for no. A soldier for no. Any movie ye echo police station ho. Okodu no say e dom gu no enya dom ketwa. Enti wo frɛ Zongo chief se omra no meboa na asumdwie emra. Omukotena ho omuchocho statement ni nyina wie ye no wono no wafiri ho okọ but omu wie ye no Zongo chief no eboa se onene eye Toyota Secria omumfanfa eye sojafoɔ no because na sojafoɔ no car no has been tampered with and to ono ye se omumfa ne car no mfanko na ne car no kora no mode kɔ no ne ba kan se windscreen wa akiri oma pai no sabre no no wafiri ho. And nowhere in the statement of the MP, our car say he went there with the Zongo chief. Uncle no read the statement ni paragraph by paragraph. Me MP ni statement ni say oni a soldier for no, any a police for nine months for no, or no money na ne call police station ho. Okodu who says situation ho ni no. Then he called the Zongo chief to intervene. And Tibra Zongo chief ni free hono. Na onu MP na according to the statement no free ho dada. Nemom ebra omo ko no pen statement no. Enyo oni Zongo chief ni na ko e said na enua dela statement no e suggest no. Enti so ka say contradictory. Na na menti ase. On the face of that statement there's nothing like contradiction or contradictory said the enua na eka no. But me concern is say adentina na Naimos e was secretariat. Uko on Facebook, on page, the only thing they posted is the video of the incident. It doesn't say anything. You just posted the video. We are a scene of a military men, policemen, civilians with like mob attack. You posted that video there. What that say? Me name the akoso no biya momania. Na me ko page na go say video no. There's no voice or voiceover. HSO, if be at the movie, the SC there's nothing like that. There's no official statement. So why do you want Ghanaians to take you serious? And you can't tell me say minister any statement no issue no. A cover Naimos. There be per the minister and say we receiving briefing from who? I suppose, or no, I suggest to say it's coming from the Naimos. So how can the Naimos brief the ministry to issue a statement? The Naimos, after having even those some more secretariat that cannot brief Ghanaians and tell us Ghanaians what is going on. Share and conform here involved. Now a police force involved. Lands ministry involved. Parliament abeye involved. The member of parliament abeye involved. The Naimos abeye involved. Accra100.5 5 institutions involved. Now, police for issue statement. At preliminary investigation in the way forward. Speaker of Parliament, MP Nation Asiano. Why issue that wame directive said Munshim. The ministry of Lands and Natural Resources or non so a issue statement. Actually, the abato the name are not so a call on Parliament and police to investigate. The MP, the accused person, has also issued a statement. What about Naimos? The last said, or your MP, didn't also call friend your uncle MP for sometimes issues bar. This kind of statement and illogical debate, so case you create that, because what's more can it is so. Honorable Collins Dauda, a senior most MP, our that enclave. MPs are being na do not have a free nase. So he's like a godfather to all of them. Into baby MP so ono kwe ye. Into a friend Honorable Collins Dauda. Sen Kenya or so I ready no na bumwako. And of friend Honorable Collins Dauda and our honorable say what too quiet we need Ghana. And on the S or to us work on or call to the SC. The SC no so and see on MP ni constituency. Is in one constituency. Honorable Collins Dauda. Pe Ninchilemono. It means Honorable Collins Dauda constituency. And I was afraid Honorable say, the Maba to Sunye. And per the MP no, per the statement no. Now already one assembly member or honomono. Ako say Honorable Collins Dauda afresh assembly member ni statement no so. Say ko person ne impenyufo na ho ne kasa. Omo si debi. So or no as a member of parliament no. He called Honorable Collins Dauda because you can't tell me say the waiter MP really no the same weight na assembly member really. And to offer Honorable Collins Dauda and Honorable Collins Dauda say for phone no corner me the person in charge in kasa. Indeed, what the phone no call any penny statement no mo in kasa. So there's nothing wrong. Say me a member of parliament na makwa to say incident BSc e wo me colleague MP constituency. Na my friend no na through me or person making intervention. There's nothing wrong with it. And yes, the investigation should enkoso. Nema yehu especially police for incident in see no. Police for through their headquarters and national headquarters am my statement. CID for sum. The person should monocoso. But we want things on record. The same way we see MP statement no issue no. A statement that whenever this investigation could be we can take him on because in words you'll be held responsible and accountable to one and words because this is the official statement coming from the member of parliament bearing his signature bearing a parliament letterhead. And we want to see 9 more almost also special statement official statement so that we can also hold NIMOs responsible and accountable by their own words and we put it together. And Tibradela at the minimum so we juma but more thing. So what yet to say now your official spokesperson Edma NIMOs there. Please don't deny Ghanaians the opportunity to know from a year NIMO their side of the official one. The interview or granted wahano cannot be accepted to be the official statement of NIMOS. So we want to get that official statement so that we can take it up from there. And this Ochina, Yabani Betrasa, near for statement. Near for we read more, we are critical reading now, we are critical deduction. We are critical thinking. You can know say who is telling the truth and who is telling lies. But the Kobas will be able to canasem now wo say we are victim. Ade na to no won kan wasem dia. What do you mean? You see the teenager who nim say decision fa. Asem ni see no. Minister no ni ho. IGP no ni ho. Speaker of Parliament no ni ho. Police for ene wo ho. MP no ene wo ho. MP na be kan asem. Police for aba be call masem. Na mos mu na nam wo ho. Masem we. They shouldn't deny us. Among first official statement in Imra. So there is a Facebook page, now they can go to their official Facebook page and put that statement there. So that we can hold them the way I mean MPDA by the Latin as well read paragraph by paragraphs or claiming and also alleged say MP no statement a contradiction. We want to see NIMO statement and then so that we can put something near she. But Nana said, okay, no. NDC is never like MPP. Because MDC, the Ukodin Samfua, Obian so. Share Ukodin Samfun, Obia and so unlike the MPP. Speaker of Parliament, Kwajo Damwa, MP for a year German South, so can Damwa, Customs, La Bianca case, SMLD, no, and Sabino Kosono, Office of the Special Prosecutor, no more invite, or more Shisheno. When realizing one say Office of the Special Prosecutor pen action, I feel the Parliament in order, no official car no news to be. So they wrote to a Speaker of Parliament. Say on releasing no. Speaker of Parliament is who are releasing no. Yet the guy didn't want to go. Finally, baby copy here. Office of the Special Prosecutor officials have to go to Speaker. Omoma kene Kwabena damwano. Ebe Speaker office. Eho ena omonko interview no. Enko investigate so omonko taking a statement. Omonko do ya say before omobe no. I was here put you under arrest. Omu wi anoma ma bail. Omo touching the shoulder. I was na on tiase. Because you touching the shoulder cause oh you are under arrest. Na ya take you statement na ya kon. O si that kiti and Office of Special Prosecutor say ne ene menakra musa ohwe me invest me musa ohwe na mom mechew. To no amu sa fe do matata no a fe the MP no uba no fa do call Parliament. Anon wa de no come Office of Special Prosecutor. And then lawyers. And we taking a statement and ya charging it na kwa kujina court. Bagbin and making sure say one do I enough from there. The kind of immunity under NDC Bagbin at the man, the political opponent, which is the MPP, a year Kwabena damwa. Sosu was a member of Parliament. And now so damn ya kwasi ya kwachino. Or a demonstration police for the nature kwachino. No immunity. And you can never compare MPP and the NDC. From top to down. Share MP asemubaye ko social media never and crofo action aboso. NDC for not even the MPP. The NDC grassroots and MP na boso. Omoti asem no kra so odi for so odi bim so many opportunity. Because as you speak, nine was formed for our official statement to be my and the statement now one-sided. But just that one-sided, the NDC grassroots, ekuta MP ni minimum den. They are calling cry say yenyi na kunya. Because oya beya consider the President Mahama and the NDC government fight against illegal mining. This is NDC, not the MPP. Ma MPP ni bi ewunkodi sebio sansem yimu bim na so benya NPP ni ba ko se o fie adwen Nyankopon bono ani tisi ne konso obetimi akondem se asemi die metiefa se sa wo don campus se sa mpo netia me condemn it will never happen. And the MPP and NDC the distinction is very clear. NDC will never support you when you are doing the wrong thing, but they always come for you when you are doing the right thing. But the MPP, they will only support you, especially when you are doing the wrong thing. Because in their mind, they see everything from opposite. Ade papa ni bonne ni papa e de ma omo. Mate say we ye kase ye majority leader. Enso so ene MP a ye boni din. Wato nsa frɛ no so kɔ office. It means ono so wa frɛ no almost beka ho asem because Parliament won no don abusia kese inti abusia panyin no honum so aton sa afre no omotutu niama share the speed at which MPP NDC government is working on this issue. Adeni sida benyanra omo say nane nansa ne see enra ne see less than 24 hours speaker ama directives majority leader ama directives police ama directives and nhwehwemu ekoso just say nobody is protecting senka baby senka MPP nka this MP they will shield him. There's Fantia Kwa, one of the MPP MPs no savings and loans
Ayi, Esiama.
Esiama. Akwa we jiji nkrofo sika di. Omo pe na chi no.
Esiama.
Parliament no bedae. Parliament no di ye ni fie. Omo make sure say ye nchi no. Ne manfo na hwehwe no kura na omo make sure say omo nya access. That's how they shielded him. But NDC will never do it. Say we eye na ba critical na yesi pa MP achine sisi a. Enye me wa say Mahama Yarga as a majority leader ebeso ne nsa edna kwa koma no. But MPP BBC a na afenyo mark na machiri. Na no MP okodi tro see the cocaine a private jet ababisi kutuka intim ye ko penachi no na afenyo mark na mo pacho munya no mede ne beba ode ne koi wamfana nko Canada mu akro ya the same thing omo peno achi no ko kacha nzo munya no mede ne beba wantimi amfana nko MPP leadership in parliament they will go and plead yeah the ne beba just to buy time because when we say Ghana they had their chair there send for pressure cause will be any other or be follow up na afan wadi but NDC is not never like that into say NDC MPP we NDC MP we a leader we a even grassroots we a full soldier na we to anamo ye we fruit ya pa NDC for be pian na so we fruit ya bonus na betisho so dia any one kasa sisi mu na ebu na me hope say within this short period of time no a police phone hwemu no nkoso speaker of parliament ne ye mo nyina mo release so ma release in hwemu no nkoso we want to get to the bottom of this particular matter we want to get to the bottom ubisa ye nuan semtro ni la ubisa ne say oh be proud to this no or MP no ho ye bibise bia yes say bia o tu kalamsia na o bibisa wo so ni bibia sa on record no oni bibia sa we cannot sit here and say that's the case it could be say be cry or you involved and crofo e cause bia wonim ko adu e dia bori nyina it could be say bia
I say or no with this particular matter or evidential materials are about the MP say MP no any crofo no na etu sa site no
okay
so
or evidence
that is what he said so
okay.
You go and present it if they invite him.
Very good. So sa dance here no a ebeboa because speaker of parliament ameki directive say we a sitting member of parliament na ye chill so we are involved in galamsey obepamo free parliament enti ebebu say ye nua Erastus Kra say so this evidence why now obi a wo say wo boa and there's no journalist in Ghana make us only the fight against illegal mining than Erastus Asare. And it's all this evidence that they also claim here. Why now?
Also, train so
or train that be. One inviting us, as same we are ma. Kawan be inviting.
No, but in reference to as we see, you know, or sit names for them evidences the time when MP bar or interactions.
So you see,
I don't know, but maybe because the material says maybe they managed to record it.
You see, enti the can no cry. Naimos no year or my Ghana. Yang ya juma ya di sika ini tio moka. Now no gold board 5 pickups. Matisa land minister, land and natural resource minister, honorable Eyeboa, cry looking for funding or the better more pickups the amount because according to me here over 90 something a year pickups are minister no air working. Inti Naimos were evidence I know they are a private journalist. I won't quit up powers to prosecute. To do what? Any Naimos no the mukoso mukonko day. Second na for evidence and give it to a private journalist. When you can hand over who bet him here, you should the same evidence, to go after the MP. No, it doesn't make sense.
What he's saying is that in the course of the melee, evidence and so maybe because my understanding is a beer time or call or no more interact so munjai and crofono munji handcuffs no free omunsa mom for probably they recorded. But on all that to say or train. So
who recorded? According to Erastus, who recorded and one of the man was in Imus? Is that what the statement in the interview? Is that what he said?
Me very well. Or say in course of the clashes, no, or whole evidence. If a media practitioner says evidential material, maybe a recording because he was not there. It was so only 9 months for no interaction. And a man through that no nyasa materials no.
Okay.
And you present it.
Okay. So
when invited
between Erastus 9 months a conversation.
Yes.
And odinya sa evidence na oba present. And wa me ati asese incident ni sie no oni ho.
Yeah.
Enti se wanya evidence bia based on the conversation ensu be true or no any 9 months. It means 9 months commonsensically 9 months na de man no.
And I make sense me will because
yes. And if that is the case, then what is the use of 9 months? Say who kuta evidence? Say asemebo who kuta evidence? Who did they report to? Omo report to any media house. I the 9 months a news reporters in you don't report to any media house. You don't report to any private institution in Ghana. We are Juma Edema Ministry for Lands and Natural Resources, Ghana government. Your salary, your allowances, operational costs, everything is being footed by the government of Ghana. Into all evidence, you give it to the government of Ghana to fight them. You don't give it to a private person. And tiene wono Erastus na no oni ho no. Ano no kasa kire ye niam bi esi ho. 9 months no ade ni si nanim. As the Dela Eke. So the new chat will be cobbled and we say pam. So it was emphasized. Obi the sako boss so for no more corner. Or more free picker the no chat one. Obi the sako born and we say pam.
Which is bad.
Very bad. Onu soldier ni born na we pam no. Onu no make a nkyere on first statement bi amai. Na mean eye journalist bi ase bi America se bi a woti ni fie. A odwodwe no onu mom kuta information. Ono no inside information enti am fan say and ono information on the body brain say no cross Erastus was evidence through the conversation allegedly across be true on ne 9 months ono so the evidence one of the command is it no police mo commence investigation police enti what prevented 9 months from presenting the same evidences to the police? Because police have the power to prosecute.
But some say Afro-Nomadic committee, so maybe they have it.
I think committee before a better committee no plan. Oh, they will the whole investigation, evidence. I work on my private person.
All right.
And without this investigation, I say a best set committee. No, 9 months have every power to arrest. Or more arrest here, they have every power to lodge complaints. They have every power to hand over the arrest the Crawford macho suspect no to the police. We have seen 9 months of matching Crawford or hand over to police and Shomukoso. And you have that evidence. Why didn't you give it to the police rather by giving to a private journalist to do what?
All right. Thank you. Live at Accra100.5 Citizen Show. Minia Divine in Chroma say Divine. Akwaba.
Commander.
My Haruna also joining Haruna Akwaba. Good. Divine. Mijo.
Yo, but that's it. Mami chia for. Nami chia mini abeje for. Omo shia wa ha. Dedi kan no, mami mbo apaso ne production team so. Ani juma suma mudi. One say Galamsey asem ya ye ken. Ne kan ye kana. Na wo hwe enyamu a Galamsey edi o mangana. Ye discuss ya SSA ye politics efa editor nchen. Because isu a essay ya asasfo a essay any environment the rate at which are a degrade no. Yeah, politicizing no near no MPP ni NDC discussion asem no ebe lusu the relevance. And once a Ghana say obia di ni boni a no akwakohye amanyoku achi because e ho na obetumi akopa adwa akobo ne ho adwa se na be ayen tache no. Now let's put this discussion in context. Dedi kan we ya talk asem bi say all the other relevant state institutions issue statement na naimos issue here. NIMOS issue. The entire NIMOS issue, say the establishment of NIMOS itself is an SPU, a special purpose unit under the Ministry of Lands. What it means, they say, report to be a briefing, it goes straight to your friend is saying the Ministry of Lands. It is if the Ministry of Lands issues a statement on behalf of NIMOS, that is NIMOS. Secondly, an official statement from the police quarters. When you look at the police report, everything stated there, they are saying say alleged, specific about the happenings. Say see ya GK, ya freeway, and NIMOS Nangasanga police unit in so part of the NIMOS. Yeah. And so if the various security agencies, various security agencies, no one in account. So when I see a statement from police units, an official on behalf of NIMOS, police for Nangasanga, they were there. So from some of the videos, the police for now, they were even attacked. Military for and they were under attack. Police force were not again. Meno Kasa is here. Speaker of Parliament, Ministry Speaker of Parliament office, and so issue statement. Almost so I say almost investigation. Member of Parliament. In all of this, the American say we should just be fair to each parties involved in now. Say yembua obiaten wabra yema fair hearing. Yeah man, opportunity say on mechanism. And I mean MP Nankasa in question so about state or no so the facts. Seniete. Police service say omo babe your investigations. Omo babe hwehwe nsem ye be twen outcome no kra mu di oka no kra di odi ntro. Di na semum da na semum no. At the end of the day be hu. Me the nyam is see the mob action ni dey see no. See and for say whether the MP was present, absent or whatever, no.
Professor can clarify, baby, mommy.
Okay.
What say NIMOS for issue statement through the minister?
Yes.
And what him say even police for statement you could see say NIMOS won. Okay. So it means NIMOS are issue statement through the police.
Oh no, but NIMOS is an SPU. Only issue on one is this statement.
They can. Remember, do they have secretariat? The answer is yes. Do they have spokesperson?
No. See. The party say the statement from Lands Commission is enough.
No,
it's like saying Class FM has issued a even saying Class Media Group issues a statement when something has happened in Accra FM. I'll say by force, I just Accra FM issue answer.
Lands Commission statement.
No, I think you should allow him to play.
No, I can't be busy. Say Lands Commission issue statement.
Yeah, Lands Commission issue statement.
On behalf of. Enti me bao. On the same NIMOS.
Hold on.
What's the minister? I issue statement on behalf of NIMOS.
Hold on.
Last commission issue statement on behalf of NIMOS. Please for issue statement.
Let me read the ministry statement. Then you know say NIMOS has said no more.
Okay.
Our issue statement in the 3rd November. Or statement on attack on NIMOS personnel acts with him. Heading.
Good.
The kind or see the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Mr. Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibua, has taken note of the recent attack on some members of the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operation Secretariat NIMOS during an operation at Bronichrome near Hwidium in the Half region. Having been adequately briefed on the matter, the minister strongly condemns the incident which occurred on Saturday. Subsequently, the minister has held meetings with the Speaker of Parliament and the Minister for Interior for the conduct of swift and rigorous investigation into the unfortunate circumstances.
How is this statement on behalf of NIMOS?
The reason why it is on behalf of NIMOS is because all the 3 major agencies in this matter. See, Bobie,
so when you analysis, how can you prove it?
Oh, I need clarification.
No, one person you almost allow.
And I draw his attention. Say I needed a
Bobie, because in this context, no,
look, the person can never take your mind, no find any analysis.
So
allow
to prove it.
So hold
on, Lands Commission issue statement.
Hold on. By the time you finish, it will give you a fair idea for you to probe it further. That's a question. They are saying you be now about so.
That is a baby will be able to be the same court same muyi because it was Kasa. The TNCC or say Lands Commission issue statement on behalf of
the reason why
how can three institutions issue statement?
The reason why no picking from that angle was because he listened to you very carefully. Though he disagree, but ultimately could see and a man a fair idea of what he should say. Allow him the same space.
And now you didn't get me. And yes, I mean man of man in Kaso.
Okay.
But the name say, or can yama be, won't say, or no make reference to what I said. Said 9 most issue statement. And what I said 9 most issue statement through the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, through the Ghana Police Service, through the Lands Commission. And then Mr. say, how can 3 separate institutions issue separate statement and in claiming said they are speaking on behalf of 9 most? It beat my understanding.
Okay, let me move on. Share. The main person mentioned say the NIMOS being an SPU under the Ministry of Lands. Or no catch a public, so no NIMOS no establishing him. Or Suma Tio or Koyan say na to omo. Enti omo investigation. Emma or not short kata Edama Speaker of Parliament. As I saw be a Minister of Interior. What it means to say all the stakeholders, important institutions, no now. When engage on behalf of NIMOS. Yes.
And Lands Commission there as well.
And Lands Commission letter I make come in the press release as I'm making.
First one I can a minister.
Near me the car afania who how say every institution has a mandate to protect Omo territories. 1, the lands and natural resources represent the states, that is the government. 2, NIMOS Secretariat is under lands.
Under lands.
Your friends saying Forestry Commission.
They are all under lands.
They are all under lands. Ansah, the police itself, the interior itself. Into whatever happens from Ghana police, from military, what they say, and so whatever the lands ministry will say would have a reflection.
It means the ministry ni kasa we are, and since Lands Commission share ministry national,
yes,
ministry ni kasa we are, Lands Commission me kasa. So I didn't think Lands Commission so issue different statements.
The issue here has to do with Bebia Omuko and how come they invaded that particular place. Say Lands Commission comes out to say now where Bebia Omuko Omu invade sa territories no abra Omu need license. These are the people who will come and talk on behalf of Lands Ministry. And Sana Lands Commission will also come to testify. So it's the same thing. One communication with different angles, and whoever interpret it to mean say near Lands Commission is saying is different from where Onua understanding. I don't see anything wrong with
So I'm saying say now we have the official statement from all the courts. Omunina ama information to suggest say Bibia Koso media police command no some baba investigation, but they state something important to say. One say abra mantia ni bi eba site ho no no na handcuff egu your friend is saying empanyfo ni bi omo ba ho no land the owner of the concession no ana empini so confirm here say the bone of contention at the site was say encrophone na ya chi omo no yen handcuff no if you Ansah na omo de omo police station because obey nim guase e na the confusion no e bae ɛna obi ɛwɔ site hɔ no boys ni bi baayɛ no ɔmo bɔ wura hɔ nom ɛda ɔmo sa kɔhyɛ police soja ni koto kom na nko yi key ɛna ɔmo ɔlɔke handcuff na ɔmo yi papa no you see me ɛnfa ho sɛ MP no baayɛ o wamba o that mob action na ɛkɔ so no it has happened in the past sometimes no obi edi bɔnne na ɔbɛyɛ whom you know minimum way no odi bɔnne dey share politician no odi bɔnne no dey share Flagstaff house no odi bɔnne obɛkae Erastus ya ɔmo kɔyɛ investigation bi ɛwɔ western region camera kɔkye ɔmo a yɛ attack ɔmo there and then no concession owner ɛna ɔfa phone onim nipa ɔfrɛ Charles Owusu ɛma Charles Owusu ɛtiatia ne sɛ ɛtiatia police foɔ ne soldiers foɔ na akɔ ne sɛ site no ɔmo tumi ɛnkɔ saa site hɔ nom ɔmo na ɔmo ɔmo kwan yɛsɛ ɔmo permit wɔn a ɔsi ɔmo mbra Accra na ɔmo nkasa so ɔmo saa suban na Charles Owusu sɛ John
okay
on record like video capture nipa na your phone call and on so kasa
capture say Charles na omo kasa
no like on the loudspeaker and o kasa o fresh Charles omo ne kasa it's the same thing and omo form hu di ye on say sa dey we koso o memu ase ya me time say that arrogance now in the past the experience here under the MPP government that they disregard everything minimum way make way mintie o to no ma yesi Gabia frame mo releasing ni pako mo yesi report to him ba yesi NG ade we
no but divine unim baby am what problem with all this issue. In fact I say we see no the whole day I make you only one post on it and me post I make you on it no na me Lands and Resources Minister Akasa. So it was purely based on giving out information to the public. It was not about my opinion. I was just weighing what to say because divine mini Erastus Kasano. I asked him asema okay me busad. Erastus say there are people behind the scenes. I asked him, and him for no. Or say that no bebu bomu dio say bibio I don't know. So I specifically catch and say look say to me mubodi no on for me make me abodi no simple and me problem kra say your mama kra na wo mu a me make me aka simple enye problem ma me fa ho. Also at the end of the day, so my point here, not many raise here a few margin about so say. So this issue of yes synchrophobia actually, I am for Benya. Who are the people? Divine. And this time now about Asusu. That video, there was a video, right? Me just a video.
No, documentary. Erastus not a release.
Okay, what about? And we see. Mention your friend say Gabi. That one he leaked audio
Party
Yeska video, so we know. Now we feel like it was the same problem and quiet. But who are the people?
Now
info because MP they say no. Me until say in fact Namos for be and capture BBR. So committee ni fra Erastus na Erastus and provide BBR. To be honest, no man who say the crewman ye nyina ye boa. Ade no obi aboa enya ade aye bekwa tu ase because when Erastus catch me say one nine was for akasa and he was stand by the article no because all material evidence. Na time no do na committee no efre no a question about me team an say Bobie say me na if I have a video evidence of this MP why should I wait for a committee? Me I'll put it out na the BCBS so that we can deal with the matter. Why are you holding on to the video if only you know? I'm not saying he said video but by inference some tinasi here and every evidence material it can be audio, it can be video. So now Sentian provided BBR my Rastos. Now Sentian provided any such a year. Then I find it very difficult. I'm not defending the MP. I don't know him. Coinzelda na minim no. But Coinzelda, one way or the other, I don't know. People raise those things about him. And people make, to be honest with you, the deep ground can share that. Right? However, I think we need to ask the right questions. And you bet me, am I a drew baby? I per se, maybe the kind of the clicking my no.
So, the American say, oh, says, I should buy be now, I'm exhibiting a pastor and I am pen a time. Whom you know, we freeway, no, my order, me and Kawi. See, I didn't know cost on the galamsey near Manayam, and yet, Adia, as I say, you're reducing to some level, say, or see me see free, or see me see way casa. Me, I don't back out Erastus, only interview no bakwa, na, or confirm me my a Thomas Sumni say. Ubisam say, what Simu Abako Saman I say, before the Dadanina, what Tissa Pino involved in Galamsia na, or see no. Or see Galamsia sem so far, say what to say, or Yebino. But me question and say, time wa, Namos for no young Majuma. Gidiaba Yachia man for no. And Pino Coronum say, all Casse. Ye handcuff in Finisano, high intervention now, you know. Ne Fifa.
But is it true?
Well, I'm speaking from police press release. Police press release in the room.
Say, no. Say, MP no question or muni handcuff.
MP no so statement in the room.
Say, no question.
Ono so call ye. Even ono so muni handcuff no because of Philly say no more call no.
Read for me which point.
Oh, like it's already
bullet point. So you know if it's in there, you know.
So I'm just saying, say. For the fact to say, MP Nico intervene for that period, they say, me and Fanko Fungo Munsa,
but is it true?
It's a police for statement, there's no young discussing.
Read it.
Oh, it's there.
No, read it, or you don't have it here.
Okay, so let's look for the police statement.
If it's there, just and I wouldn't baby I would there too.
Police statement.
Where a sample like ABC.
Because
So
I my reading now after so. And
the way.
No, the police.
Baby I admit it say ono na.
Okay.
That's the police report now.
Yes, police report of them.
No, paragraph 1 or paragraph 2.
Baby admit it say.
30 paragraph, we have to read the whole thing.
Oh, that will take us
It will take us
And
too
which
long.
paragraph?
Maybe.
Take your time and go through.
So that mami 19 man.
Ben ante mame me come asemu yi. Hwe or paragraph 4.
Okay.
Or see a mob numbering about 600 allegedly incited by the MP.
Okay. Okay.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Yes, allegedly incited by the MP. Later besieged the Widiam police station, demanding the release of the miners and seized vehicles.
No, baby, I'll admit it. Say you release him from the handcuff now.
No, but he's saying the same. I mean, it's the same issue.
Baby,
Listen.
it's not the same.
If the police is telling us that about 600 mob no were incited, allegedly incited by
And
the MP.
led by
Later
The
the
MP. See and release you. It's a handcuff.
You didn't say you release him.
no, what can the police?
Because police inside me, police force. Police alleged.
Okay.
Yeah, what can the police for so allow?
Police statement, no official statement.
Good show. Let's go.
Right.
So the me person mention say so far yet to me pointing fingers on anybody say see, but you see Bonia Koso one who in the video say ya say ya damage vehicles. Who say enkrofone na mosum panifo no aye gidigidigi. Who say MPB also intervention try so intervene in all of this, you know. The person you say galamsey na ekoso ne a say your mind no ye mpese imperifo dem ho ba gigimu na saso ma aban no the bad name no a ye pese ya avoid no obeda be sorry no na esi o say na another time your presidency concession e wo sehwe so no na behind the scenes no yɛse ɛyi mp4 na ɔmo tu galamsey wa na ɔmo yɛse yɛmpɛ sɛ saa nsɛm no yɛbɛtete ɛnyɛ adeɛ ɛfɛ nti Bobie me saa galamsey nsɛm wei a yɛka no saa no mɛpɛ sɛ yɛbɛhwehwɛ mu bade baako so a ɛyɛ me dɛ ne sɛ on sɛ asɛm wei baa no obi ahyɛ de mp no ɛmfa ne nkɔhyɛ dɛm nkɔtɔtɔ ɛmbɔ ɛmfa nkosua to so ma no sɛ wayɛ ade also be calling him out from the speaker, from the minister to even first Nakawoga Ghana Police Service. This oji clearance from office of the president and some of our statement waka. But you can see say clearly no state institutions and individuals no obia China Green said this is the way forward. This is how we must go about it. Dia me honor me de obia shodi obia and me say saa investigation wey a omo start no omo beko akon a form kra na die wo mu no yehu but some up action dey say ya dey be entertain wo mem ha say
you see some up action we I have said it na who cause am yo politicians ɛna ɔmo atu ama boys no politicians ne Ghana himfo ɛna no obi se obi ate ayi ye frere say kusase warriors obi ate ayi afi de ya benya Asante Defence Force ente ye benya ente ye benya Igbe Defence Force ni ye kɔ mekokan ya ono tani ya oti Kumasi ya wo no ho etikwa pai se me Asante ni complain se enikwa so mote Asante Defence Force ono kanja gani ya wo no Kumasi frafrani Elisato etwo ni buafu na omu nim se boys na ekeka omu bom no one day
yeah
and the problem bebre
yes. The same thing. Mali, Niger, say ya Nesha. Defense.
Oh no, frafrani Elisato Kumasi catch them me say. Me Asante ni bodemini.
Imagine.
Onu Elisato frafrani ya wo ya adwuma wo your friend say papa na adwuma mo your friend say Kwabena for. Onu ti aso camera ada ya omo ya ye Kumasi a Asantefo no ya a won ekoye MC no age jollof ni akokɔ na kofi.
Into defense.
We shouldn't
allow this militia game.
Enra nkoko nanzana najo boys mi no mtonyom we klasika tita kumba kwa to lord kwam say so me gangsters life yes America for the sika kuntu omo so omo gangsters
I said tiani have musicians or music videos. It's like tax. Madrasa tax kuntiba kuta kind. Near the
I said omo yaram papa. Baba kwa me double them am
say America say a notorious BIG and China to pack
notorious BIG they say to pack the dick we nobody say no
W notorious BIG
yedi share BIG to pack we see BIG na ku
yes
I don't know so call and go to pack dia I will be surprised
so
but quick one
official statement maybe I read the exact place no
okay
so
that's from the MP.
No, from the police.
Okay, all right. Do it.
From the MP, the MPs roll out, play or
no, can say statements.
Maybe. Paragraph 3. No. I'll say, while the team were preparing to hand over the suspects to the Hwidiam police station, the MP reportedly arrived with a group of men and demanded their release. When this demand was refused, the group forcibly removed the suspect's handcuffs and chased the Naimos team from the scene.
Okay, so the admission is not there, say or no in his statement. Ejiatu say or no. Let's put this in a perspective.
Hold on.
Meet you.
Divine can name it too.
Okay.
Or touch on the police
aspect.
Statement, and or touch on no
MP no.
MP no
Admission no. Me pese baby MP no admit ye say or no intervene ye say yen yi handcuff no because e di ngwase be ba no. He's admitted to the police. And let me patch.
And the very me prove the whole police for the enemy.
I won't prove baby MP no admit no.
Over other yanko. Tobo also on your shaba.
Oh, Shushana.
But you Professor Kwaku Aza I article to be before I come to you. I mean a boy you so me yanko media practitioner bina send the mame. Maybe we can just pick some few paragraphs here. So Professor Kwakwaza writes, and I quote, I don't understand the MP. Why call Honorable Collins Delda, who is outside the country, instead of the district commander or operation commander on the ground? That single act sums up everything wrong with the statement. Blurred rules, political shortcuts, and unanswered questions. Here are the top 10 issues that still hang in the air. 1. Who authorized the MP to visit a military operation zone and act on behalf of another MP? Why call an MP abroad instead of contacting the district or military commander in charge of the operation? What exactly was the MP's role at the scene, observer, mediator, or participant? When did the MP arrive and when did he leave? And who can confirm his timeline? Who were the youth the MP met and how did they know to expect him? What does the MP mean by saying the military pickup was tampered with? Did he see the tampering? Who did it? If not, how did he conclude that it was tampered with? 7. Why were soldiers transported in the Zongo chief's private vehicle instead of calling for backup? 8. Who smashed that vehicle? And did you witness the attack? What do you mean by the glass was smashed? By then, you had left? 9. Did you enter the restricted mining area? And if so, on whose authority? 10. Why didn't the MP coordinate with NIMOS, the police or regional security command, if your goal was to maintain calm? Finally, when MPs insert themselves into live security operations, confusion follows and discipline suffers. In Vidium, the public deserves clear answers, not cloudy statements. The year. Aaron Yanko.
Eddie Kama Minchia Minyanko Minya, the only slick man. Mihuna check a crowd and solo. Ebia Mihunwa. Echire se aban papa ba mechia minua hunto mechia divine me nia ekoso nyina metime chire se divine any di serious divine intervention His Excellency John Dramani Mahama need to at least catch his eye so that at least nia ekoso no ebenya hunto kakra na menu penyin de enya
enfa mame so menu penyin device so akọ ahoto so enfa me dumi so
me mame kama asem mame
kama bi brasis here. All right, so we have honorable Ebenezer Kwakuado MP Esotifi North line so mini akwaba
Bobie.
Boko de.
Nyame adom boko.
Ye de radiase. Aja enkomo na ye bebre. Anope me try online. Ama me try Honorable Collins and timi anko. Ensem no aye menyan. Mene unia Erastus donko akasa wa ha. My redo statement no ye di won bobo ye di won komo. Of course Assembly, what is happening?
Bobie, Ansah, my statement no summarizes what is happening or what happened. And as I speak with you, I think PID has invited me and I have responded to their invite. Tomorrow I will present myself for further interrogation. And parliamentary leadership is also been briefed. I've met the majority leader. We are not rowdy people, and I say, we are bata na kase the any news. Ubia onime beneza biano. Asem way on camp baby ama omo any. But once abano, we are going to give our full support to the investigative team. But suddenly, you issue a statement, a coincidence, but I was there to equally support in calming them. And I thought that me being there also helped in de-escalating the whole issue.
Mami Musa Dewi, and your questions do no any hear me, but what were you idea? How do you feel presently? How do you feel?
I mean, I have a mixed feeling because I think that I have been able to be in an environment or a situation and kind of say my presence there, a boama there, a be and me, I see. And another way, the way the information coming out as a mimomuna, Mapako created a scene which wasn't the actual situation. I don't know, but in all, I think I'm okay. Because Metimia Boama, you are protecting the peaceful nature. Meno Katayente, Ekirasi Bia, Abia Sabema, Kofa, Koboa, Amaniama, Uncle Fomoa, and Kanyete, and Komoa, Yedi, and the
Mepacho, what read the police statement? Anywhere on my indicted wo. What read the Erastus Donko article and where you are indicted? Eto saying?
I would say they have misrepresented the whole issue. And after investigation, I think the truth will prevail. And Mefa said, Mijima Dia Media as member of parliament and then being the leader for the whole constituency. I believe that I did the best I could do to make sure that Yen State Bonibia Tamrena Mikupi incident, because it was a coincidence, like I said, I have made the statement. A year in America and I'm a situation in this so.
Mepacho, a site owner, no, of course, Udimno.
I know him. My year, Juma, I was at the house for 9 years. I was a health worker. And I have been at the place for 9 years. I know most of the guys there.
Or you are down for?
Adam Force, because I know him to be a redeem boy. Sometimes but I can say from January to now. I don't remember the number of times I have seen him.
Oh, I see. So Pete no ewo kwa ho. Na area so ka se ewo kwa ho pe no kre.
Bobie, in fact, my lead said, that is why I want to make some investigation because time. I said, you see, me, I am in for what President Mahama is trying to do to stop all illegal mining in forest and river areas, any illegality. But the over guarantee and I say mining, I say no more. To me, I can say, if you move a Jumabia, me categorizing say or mining, but maybe the law might not permit that activity. Also, I have been in a mining constituency throughout my life, and I said, many fear me bar manusemu. I was once an assembly member. I was a presiding member, and now I'm a member of parliament. Meaning, you might be said you musi edino. The ekoso broni krumwa ema we nyina na abano. Small scale miners and illegal miners no. Omuko fa abo no free from no more be yam no be ti se nika. Omo yam no mo awashi gold no ayi the omo benya free. Until after washing no the aka here no omo frɛ no omo we billion from omo frɛ no sanko fa o se shom. Ano ne ya netie after so omo yam abo na mana ye powder no mo atete agu ba bi nti ono so ne de ne se obekwa akoto that waste the ones they consider as waste ono so bekwa akoto no de aba be gu ho na ono so using the process to get the residual gold from nti enye se ono no mine he is not mining. He is extracting gold from the remains mostly for no ayamanaka no.
No, illegal and as illegal.
For that, the position of the law, no, I bet you. And I may say, if it is illegal, that is the position of the law. But maybe say, question of Busha, no, say, two a good year, no, and I say, may for sight of honor. And I said, the meaning, a pastor, which is now, no, and yet, on two form, and he is not into mining or no custodian that I'm saying for an Afro-Jan or no the other.
Oh, and you are not there, and yes, a bio excavator no tumuna or same.
David.
Oh, I've read many picture in here. Oh, okay. The entire mammy Busa was ano. Na me kami pe education kakra. Say bia you know, and yet illegal activity. Me said a nimu ye. Tina na amami ebusa sa antifacha me. Oh, okay. All this while, friend opinion, I thought say bia ukre excavators in site. Yeah, two form.
He has an excavator. Your core site on excavator, but excavator name say Juma here no so okototo sa ametia no de begu hona a dose one or the an excavator na boabo no. That is the only thing or the only excavator or the two a form. And say so tokra won't mean Juma. I think the way he does his work, you know. Ametia no okoko free the guarantee for an Afro-you gold or no about the hatter and a tier for it to dry. And Sana or acquire of us who yield the gold. For that, me, I don't know, but that is how his process works.
Oh, okay. Unim, okay, Sembi. Ye me pushi on be brain na one a investigators here. He bet me up picking up from there. But baby to say Erastus Donko article about you know after Bibiano basic illegal redress a bit clear with Diana.
Kwabena, it is the public once the investigation is complete. Not say you know said the course no akobem kuma na akonifa na agina fintina Ghanaians are here obi said the akoso me nyo obi a me yabata na say we just want to support the system to work. And to be honest with you, with this fight against galamsey and illegal mining, I have had a private chat with the majority leader say I am ready to support my parliament. If parliament will even set up a parliamentary committee, I am ready to support with my knowledge in staying at the mining community. na me so me offer me ideas. Me free say me free say that can help us solve this once and for all. Many in common before Parliament baby with me. But unfortunately Parliament reason me and major I was granted 4 days to carry out constituency activities. I work official permission. And to the whole of last week, I'm a constituency. May have to put them. And on Saturday, may climate the whole thing with funerals and other social engagements. May for the first one, our treasure we know at the moment. So I'm ready to assist in solving this menace. 5 years.
Okay. Aja medasi bebre.
All
right. Thank you. Aaron.
Yeah. Na me church penyefo maminkai muslimi bia opese oko Hajj 2026 ya bie say omumbetua 60,000. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Emma price no bo abefom. Nanso ye ka omo say 2026 no bongo your friend no house of for bongo unapproved route no Saudi authority edia to just say 2026 no unapproved routes. I don't think that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama eti sa prices from 62 to 60,000 t obia owo plans towards 2026 on share say na on kotua commander wonim ne enti na efro commander no wonim ne enti na efro obia wo follow now His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has made it clear to everybody, NPP, NDC, CPP, PNC obia we Ghanaian bia say obereseti o my Ghana every bia na His Excellency the former President Akufo-Addo edi ekoye na yan bisa ya hu bia ya hye in terms of illegal mining and galamsey sensem. Look, we are not in any way, as members of the society, for that matter, Ghanaians, will support anybody, not even the president himself, defying the order to do illegal mining or to allow anybody to spoil the environment to that extent. Now, Usha NIMOS, the rationale behind the formation of NIMOS. NIMOS has say the objectives and the templates for which they operate. The NIMOS has a place of concern. Omu target obia oye illegal mining. Na obia so oye illegal mining no say oye illegal mining. Na this government since 2025 issue license bia mo bia onkoye mining ana onkoye illegal mining anania ekeka ho, so they know where they are headed. Say asumesia owo ha eye mining no oye mining illegally, so before they go there they know say asumesi bebia ne site wo no permits, so they have zoned the country and they know who has license and who doesn't have license. But the problem with this is this, say, the government has not banned the entire mining or illegal mining. So it is very difficult, say, illegal mining. It is Matthias here, but the point I'm making is saying say the legal mining and illegal mining is the same as we speak. Because if today as I sit here, I don't know said illegal and illegal. Yes, I'm about for you to prove to me say I'm not doing illegal mining. Before you will prove it to me say illegal mining, no, I would have had certain information say they are no. So it is something we need to at least make it clear. Okay? It is a fact that what the MP is doing is not in isolation from the other MPs. Let's get it clear. Even to the extent say in your constituency, the mother, the father, or the people who come to you say, it is something we need to address as a country. And the member of parliament, for that matter, has that responsibility to knowing what is happening in the constituency or to knowing why certain happenings is happening within that particular zone. So let's look at it and analyze it dispassionately. Gone are the days where you would even go to the president's hometown. To gold. Now, my your friend saying, oh here honum no. Bet me a boss siren more high five no okono. We have gone past what I say SAR regime no. And nothing has happened. We have seen that. This particular man as MP, and thank God, my maminka asemi, thank God. Can you know before yebetu abano election 2024? Every day comes with what? Issues of you can say this issue of fraud, this issue of problems one way or the other. But for the past 9 months, yenti say obisika like scandals and I mean so I am thinking, sir, this particular thing is misunderstanding where the MPR okoni baby obe hunia ekoso obe jina say me baby sa, and bear in mind, say every MP baby obe ko bia ye no, unless of course you don't belong to that particular area. Now if MP omo to abamami na me be si ko baby e na me hu say nema enkoso ya na antakwa esi misi say me mention ano ana minhwe kwan ya befa, so that at least something would happen, okay, and nothing would affect the citizens for that matter, my good self or the Naimosa. What is wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. The man is saying, say, me call me baby, and Kukuasa and my friends and now no Obisa 5 questions, no
10 questions.
10 questions. Obisa say, why did the man called Collins Dauda?
I've seen a statement from
Collins Dauda.
Honorable Collins
Dauda say, but you can mommy.
Okay. And
So South Africa.
Okay.
So South Africa.
Yes, I'm in South Africa with the Pan-African
Parliament,
and I have no knowledge of the attacks on the Naimos team. I never ordered the release of any suspect, and only asked the Asutifi North MP to intervene after hearing of the incident.
That's it.
Collins Dauda.
No. One can say, Kobwa ombe illegal miners are now criminals. But now, so he said, say, Onko intervening. He's a member of parliament. For that matter, let's get this right. One, Papa na oye MP no. He's not the MP of Greater Accra. Oh, nambe bia okoshia illegal miners. Any Naimos eku. Osi maminjina ho. Enshenia ekosu debi. He is a member of parliament for that matter in their vicinity. Ohunia ekoso. And then he stopped. Na ujina ho. Obe bisania ekoso. And I can plead with you not intervening. What is the interpret intervening? If you interpret Jinamo ana she na hunia, yes, na sunbembra. What is wrong with that? Commander, I am a Bissau say, do you know why you are a commander? Because you command crowd. You people admire the way you do your things. Who friend da you akufo adoni. Commander. Papa ya from Shatawale bet me command street boys are see quite jury bebia, not even a member of parliament, and this man cannot intervene when it comes to bebia offering. He's a member of parliament for that matter. But let's also not forget, say, the Naimos with their responsibility should act with high level of responsibility. Before you will do something, you must know what you are coming to do and the repercussion of what your actions or your inactions. One, we are found in a serious mess created by elsewhere administration. Let's not rule that fact. Two, it is because of that we have decided to form as a country, to form NIMOS, to see how we can intervene. NIMOS are also intervening. Because they look at instances where baby are omuye mining, which is so inimical to the progress, so inimical to the environment, polluting the environment, for that matter, the water and what have you. Omuhu nia ekoso, omuhu say, oh, say yankoso anwa ebe hardwin. And the man is also a member of parliament in that particular area, and he says, okay, no problem. Commander, I'm not sure, sir, if the who police handcuff for me, and you know who I am.
No, you come around.
I'm not sure, sir.
No, you come around.
You come around, and then knowing who I am.
Police station.
Yeah, you can say, oh, I know this guy. What is the problem? Because of the relationship and because of who you know to me.
Because he's my brother.
He's my brother. Now it doesn't mean he's interfering in their work. No, I mean the NIMOS can write whatever report. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources can write their report, but it doesn't also take away the responsibility of the MP. The minister himself, wherever he is coming from and wherever he is today, would do the same.
Police for a statement, no, omudi
Minkase omudi trontrobe no omudi. Nyamukano.
Sir, MP leadi omu.
That's what I'm saying. Say the MP against the omu. And I'm saying, say
they didn't speak factual.
Yes, allegedly. They didn't say or no. Yes. And I'm me patches me bisa a question, commander. See, me free high court. No police chimi wa bontin say omu handcuff na uka. Or china u frame member. It's the same situation.
Of course.
So you will stop to intervene to know what is actually the case. So the MP went against the police and the minister. But the point I'm making is say the MP is representing the people. And he knows the people who vote for him. And Senator Ochirechiremon say, look, the man in question doesn't do galamsey. Until today, me say obi to sa waste to go and even process to see say it's a risky job. I have never known until today. So if the man is talking about,
it's not for us to sit here and determine say I didn't know more illegal and I say
that's it. So that's so that's what I'm saying. Say the man
to event saying report to now they were chemicals na kasa na omu yusu at the year ahia no adwuma no na ye illegal
ahia ben site ben
there be environment no
kasa no chire mu say oh no muntu form
abo no fi baby yes
omo be wash
no
e dia dro no
wash no ye illegal.
Okay, Matthias.
So you can't say because someone could do it illegal. Yeah, me for some nimu.
You see, so this is the thing, and I was saying, say the template when working within no covers everywhere where there is pollution, and because one say we are no and so on, and now we are no anywhere that is going to pollute environment is something they should against. Yes, Papa no wafum marano. The MP has come to intervene. Say you have handcuffed the man. Say mudi ni ko obeko. But anyway say beba. That if that is beba, if that is the case, I mean can say okay. Say divine and chire yen. One chire yen baby a police and Papa no admit say obey say. To the point say the MP is allegedly to have collected bus and people to go and protest the removal of Wenina Adia is condemnable if it's true. But the point also must be made that the man intervening is one. Two, the man going somewhere or chancing on these people want to mean court, but to making sure say there's calm in the place or at the place is something.
See, there's nothing wrong
around his purview.
There's nothing wrong with the MP's attempt to intervene, but there's everything wrong with if say or tries to obey interfere.
How interfering what?
Oh no, mean cast for
intervening and
the police statement allegedly
say wasana okano
a police statement
or intervenir.
Yes.
See, assembly secret na unim nipa nimpo na who say injustice koso and I be born a koso community. I have every right to go and find out. So bet me defending nipa no say be I abuse no. So MP that's kono ko there's nothing wrong.
You see, but I have seen Papa Francis Xavier no mu ye kam omu walk demonstration and there be no walk and demonstration and demonstration
against poor road
oh yeah and demonstration obi mu and in everything you know we have insolvent debtors let me take advantage. You are notorious risks. You are more but it doesn't represent the MP's purpose for which or no. So there are people who would go to do things outside the intention of the MP. But let's look at it. Say one, the MPs going there has nothing to do with the activities of Nia Naimos went there to do. Nia Naimos, the arrest of the Naimos, taking the person to police station for further interrogation has nothing to do with the intervening of the MP. But nemom whoever nema to to mad the situation at the time Naimos made the arrest and then subsequently taking them to police station. Time now, and I see then we should look for the people who really occasioned that particular problem, but not the MP, because the MP has come out to say the vision of the president is what he carries. Fighting against illegal galamsey and related issues around illegal mining is something will side with the president, and he would support that agenda to end galamsey in its form. So let's not castigate the MP for intervening. That's it.
Right.
Condemn the mob action.
Condemning mob action. As I said, that people must be brought to book. I condemned it.
I've listened to the MP, but from my human kind of sense, the way I also to me say, I say, Papa no koye ya.
Yes. Yes.
Say, Papa.
But people can fake.
Yes, it's true. And American. But here any party, if I'm semi free me nipemu, me nipa sumwa, na me tesi ro sikasa no. It's like my koye papa. Enumi. But said the king. Minister no aba be stating his side. MP na be stating his side of the story. One any the kind, there's nothing like allegedly. Straight. They me call two say I'm yes and I'm free when yes and I'm yes. Please force the statement aba. Please for the no. Or must it say allegedly. Say you can say alleged, it means it could be true, it could be false. Subject to investigations. 9 media me so statement by but according to my brother was say Lance minister statement is on behalf of Naimo and police statement on behalf of Naimo and also the Lance Commission statement on behalf of Naimo. But over all these statements by me understanding will be a bit me could be so be any nyansa no about that me normal. None of these statements, and I'm immediate to say this statement is meant for Naimos, stating Naimos side of the story. But maybe they will not speak. But investigation, of course, since Naimo allegedly become the victims of the circumstances, so Mobekasa.
Kwabena also happy. I say that's how he talk. He's a slow talker.
Naimos Bekasa, Wesu Bekasa. Nina bekwa kuwie ipe hu nukra ewo mu se eyampa se MP nukra no allegedly se bia one sa concession nukra ni sa wo no nkro no ba nina ba bedadi. But nana, I'm very happy how our institutions are responsible, involved in this, we are stating a willingness. So obebua manhwehwemu akọ kusi ase no ebetimi abone mom atise asemo yera azakwaku ebisa say adenti na MP no one friend the district air dissect, which is the MCODC, you see, I don't know and I don't speak for the MP, but this a common sense knowledge. Or no, as a member of parliament, on the Honorable Collins Dauda and the Biomo chef boundary. On in the parliament. Easy say on the Honorable Collins Dauda. I want contact. It could be say be even the MCDC no honour. We need a contact. Easy for him to call Honorable Collins Dauda. than maybe to call the MC or DC or Honorable Collins down, because I didn't see or no MP constituency. See no constituency there. MP to me because me as MP, me MC or me DC me in contact. But you bet me up pardon MP no. So only MC or DC or what Honorable Collins down that constituency one number. We can pardon him.
Yeah.
But Ghana for we cannot yank me pardon MP so because oh me me tell because Honorable Collins down that crime in contact. When you know so all of you now belonging to one political party, now mo share boundary, now nearly the same parliament house no. We be no obeji wedi. And the MP decision to call Honorable Collins Dowda instead of the DC. No. To me, somehow it makes sense. But whether or not, say MP no award that to me to intervene. No. And also so said the Eminia Haruna Chirimuno. Nana, it makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
It makes sense. Because once we share boundary no. Obi Honorable Collins Dowda constituency will be any.
No.
The same way Obi bi Honorable Yan Wabasemi constituency be any Honorable Collins Dowda. And as well as Chirimuno, issue ni buy no. Assembly member tried to intervene. Anfa.
Yes.
But when Oka say Honorable Collins Dowda is on the line. Say opeso no kasano. The nine-most leader no. Oje phone no. Asemwa Honorable Collins Dowda kachire ne de. Obi anima asem kra okai. Whether or not say no kra na say nya no kra say MP ni kono na tax edi na chi no. And in the investigation debate ni achire mu.
Na ye who can say MP ko wedding ana year only body gas ana only omo di nechi. And yes it's not deliberate. Ye hu omo da.
And the investigation.
Kwabena wu na me ya wu nam say wu body gas.
Yes.
Wouldn't gas ah.
Mini bodyguard o.
There be missy bodyguard so say sia.
Mini bodyguard.
Na wu nkwa na wu nam say nya nkwa. Wu boys ah wo ni.
Me fa boys don't take that.
Me ka say boys to say bodyguard say me wo cruise ah wo ni omo nam say na wu cruise. Wu jai ah. Jai masa jai. Ya wo kan. Wu cruise jai ya wo kan.
Masa mini bodyguard.
Wu cruise ya ka say bodyguard. Wu ni gas wu cruise.
No cruise way.
Eto dia.
Masa jai. Yesia. Yesia. Ya dia wo kan.
Eto dia. Ofre me ameba. Ofre me ameba.
Ade.
But say the name nua Haruna Eka say. Let's assume say the police for allege say MP no led by the tax no ka say oh omo ya suspect na ya che omo no. Ya handcuff omo no. Yenyi handcuff no. And forcibly trying to say no kre say omo try say omo yi handcuff in the film sir. Bibia che say wrong.
It's very wrong.
Say there say bia MP no interview so mo de munyi handcuff in form. You see one thing about say
security.
Nana say wo ko yenkura na sibia on. Enkrofo nya enlighten.
Yes.
They say any wo Accra hase no. Ebia nipa na ono man no because e bi o popular. Enti kroma ni na utie issue no a chese kromu ni na
and that's why we are opinion leaders in every community.
Enti wo the handcuff for goodness obu okra the handcuff for goodness chese wo beka si ekunu eni. Enti ebia MP no ka se be okay ne munyi handcuff no na ebia yemfa no ko police station na yenko. Sometimes ebetima ya adwuma saboti wo de ni free site wo bia nkrofo no do osam do kodu police station wo dia nkrofo no magwa tro munya kwa nkoho enti wo de opeso bia betumi aye somehow it makes sense but say no crab pa say obi de ni sako share
is wrong.
Naimos mpenyimfo no botom to mo kwa akoyi
which are not even true. I'm not sure it's
and
true.
And the police force allege so it could be true, it could be false, but say no crap so obi de ni sako share Naimos botom Naimos penyin botom so ku yi hanko
na ono gina ho yede masa Naimos penyin no gina ho yede ya di ba wa
even some of the officials Naimos officials were assaulted say no cry you condemn it because
you see don't oversimplify the issue
because nana ya tigana ha under MPP ye be hu tension e be that timamu for civilians in military.
Yes.
Kodu police soldier ninya timamu nya no abono timamu for so kabom no nya soldier nya no ma abono because ani amane koso ba na no hwe de si ye na wotwi ye atwam ye soldier nya so okoto do 65 Ghana so okoje refund sana fa ni trimo Say dear or bonk
offer so number red.
Share a choir deputy minister defense honorable Brigadier Fee. Ejina Moa Chesemino Kasi just 24 hours crime mana or sorry Martina military police ejina na bubuanwa ya doanwa edene aircraft. Enti e idea ye be condemn ye mpese timamufuo ebehu asojafo naimos no they are not fighting for anybody's interest, they are fighting for our own interest.
The Ghanaian interest, yes.
They are fighting for our own interest, so they are not our enemies. Say your let's face them out.
Okay.
By Naimos establishment, is for the interest of Ghana.
Zen is commander. Just imagine you passing by my house and realize my tap is flowing and it is out everywhere. Will you call me first or you will call Waterworks?
Common sense. Common sense.
Binia, who will BB one? Divine, BB just 2-3 minutes. About this issue, or person take SML 3 minutes if we were
okay.
Just 3 minutes.
So about
SML
so we about me say Haruna why justice to the issue say MP no try so intervene, which I don't disagree. Say approaching now be adopted, you know. But for me, any attempt to be also obi ebe ye so interfere and say or the be interrupt a law enforcement agencies a juma omu ye dia that one me omu entry because we are they to me ashen for Ansah say omu nye juma ebeboa yen enti no se MP no ekọ na se otie account no de ekọ so honum for instance you say emrantie no papa no site owner and concession owner you invite the buyer no the kind of fury anger or the bar site honum kra no engagement ipo mo person mo ne have ni po no kra no na chese mo to be in dialogue because of the bufuo and the buy and na to the extent say boys na no esan so g key no edifi security personnel in nsem no eno de me more action no e ya de a me so because ya who say windscreen abo ya who say onkofo attack vehicles in the keka ho. That's not the way to go. Until you to know and they say Sanya na eko so no sa rebel style rambo style you to na adopt ya bibia nyom de mrabe show nsem no ade we imagine say so jani bi ebufu ye and I say why exercise a little intelligence be na o man ni to so na kinkimu na kanye nkonya inde nkoma yeti ha ye dinie na ka ebe kan say oh mabunu na attack nyama nti ahwe bibi because yes zongo chief no e ba ya obetie mu no so e make sure be calm tension because edu ba bi na mu ya de ha o di say soldiers for no come now say ye attack o mu nko say na ekuma ama no omo so omo be retaliate in a way bi pa na ye mpe intimidate intervention there but me so no me nka say obi adibone ever to say TSC ye nyina etutu ye hofo ye see ye njai krono ball ye see ye njai awudie ye see rape ne amane amanya de papa ya je atum enti say wo ye minua na say me sibe protect na say me ba no wakako dibone a ye gina hono mu a moja wo nsa ho a ye ba ye na me ye de handcuff agun sa me ho na e crime no because galamsa activity na criminal e offense na ma ba be gina ho say me mpene ye fa handcuff agun sa because better ni begu asinti no ye fa on court say obi a wa ba be ye friend say wa ba be establish company wo debi enu dia onu ye be show nti bi say sa de cause omo attacking security personnel dey go for gun sa na say MP intervene ye see yin feelings sa de onu nya say papa me make beka say ye be so sa nti mi de onu be si batisi Bobie esemela semuika unze no nanka impimpi hunu
ndi ka enye no tira ba ya tete ho 11
impi hunu
ya enye de because tira be mo musibiko
because unim hwe esemela semuyo o se de bia me ka say ade we ya omo ye eye krono fita no mo ye so omo bebo man Ghana na me owura Kanofurata me ni sympathy man no bia oba bia wo bia te say such a wicked person me nim de ti krono na mo no ma eja no because you see nipa ye to abawie ye finance minister pa se wa kwadwen mu fine se wadwen mu kroje pa na wadwen papa handing over mpo wantumi antwen o wantumi antwen ama ye declare results na de chin ya papa ya kofa plane pua okọ ese ne hwe ne ya ne yire abechro statement say a man up to June atwam
ono yam say ne so ne yire anu aware no
June atwam July August May it there be June 22nd May dey no ho e no dey ba June 22nd July August September October papa yi unity no dey e ahomte wo mu ni say in all of these tricks omo play ni nyina no as of a player no about Liberia no about checking the company no call UK and no about US last 2 weeks on any Liberian business partners I have a meeting Washington ahwe no na onim date a me ka say sa SML ne chronosem ne banking sector clean up and I'm no ka say as at now receiver to me disclose the exact amount I have spending in the
SMLD
the collapse of banks no
okay
the scare I spend so far by the receiver banking cleanup exercise no and na SML no so to me state how much money and everything be there hunya oba yes you now nim brofu bi MPP for no adopting style be omo ya emi times how brofu no yet very nonsensical it doesn't make sense to me say omo see yen ka say innocent until proven guilty and na nipa no or yeah innocent or yeah I allege sa brofo allege no me time see me in my position no I will call them thieves until say competent court of jurisdiction ebe declare otherwise they are thieves because
maybe o metu ase wo dey o say until say court ebe bu asem no wo nye thief wo nyansa mu no se me nka ne sa na me dey me say until say court be prove say Unya kromfo we kromfo ase da bi
entimra ne say no one is guilty until proven guilty
so is the law
but wo de ohun say
we are guilty and sign proven
me the time
is guilty until proven innocent
yes
simple
until proven innocent who do dey take Bobie ya ti show yi say what time I host show yi who show yi start ever say 2 to 5 now what my proof yi hu what computer hu ni desktop yi you nya we show ya next person me ba no microphone ni ho you see monitor we so the honum na ya ba any baby sa management say this say until proving guilty to who kofi you be say question as a leader with ultimate responsibility
you be say no team say mo na mo ye adwuma from 2 to 6
ewe he
and ya mobile analysis wo they on here so there ya mo ntwa me
na CCTV camera so a capture we say ade no you o dey call e ko share wo ka mu o si there be this court aka say o ye guilty anya sa dia me embo wo chem so me enka wasem me sa tricks no mo de ba na we ba na obet so yare na ono ma terms and conditions na it say my enka na sem hwe o war give to worry last week me kan assassin wa give to worry from press conference first one match happen give to worry start so ko police hospital ni friend say police ba doctor ba ko ye boa omukoye nakra na no mo hye ho no o se na adwumu ka no o psychological issue na o so tiapo o tena mu da bi am invite no omo invite no for investigation bi a o se o tiapo na adwumu ka no others do ye pen na adwumu tie na adwumu tie ya pen no be contest GFA second vice event say chairperson no winning here o winning election we ya person na adwumu sa so ka ne bi o it omo this hard tricks we am make so not guilty me can say
sexy dondon omo ka so aboda mo shem omo ka so aboda sexy dondon
microphone
enti so aboda m kra
onko dem
ono nko de se ankafo se panta ebetime so ono nko award ne de ama no
because adia midima no si no adia Kanofurata mo edi ye Ghana ne sa kuntuna se plan we im sa SML deal we ombra no mbeyi ne ho ano ombra na questions bi o no my person answer bi an ye hu ni ti hu ni nan
I don't know just 2 minutes would you say sa SML we with Kanofurata e be hu ase we awie Ansah na wi ase Are you sure?
Well, anything that do wanna say yan OSP din because yan who baby OSP Eddie Oforiata ni OSP the president SML deal no echo. On what can I say KPMG? Yeah, Shushimo. Almost see SML deal no was clean and there was no any dirty shady or shady deals. OSP buyer no. Or see Ken Oforiata was the serpent of mother serpent of SML deal. Now OSP, you know, Nana Akufo-Addo na appoint you, and Nana Akufo-Addo, KPMG, clear you. Na ebasan nde and the NDC, which ma be catching and say KPMG report na buy no. Na there were irregularities under NDC. Which means who say Ken Oforiata has a lot of questions to answer. Abra, ye here say collaborate with Attorney General to extradite this guy to Ghana to face the law, and you are not cooperating. What is the problem? So for me, a idea if care is not taken, it's going to be another investigation till Timbuktu. Yentimi as unless of course either you scrabby OSP office or we take him out and bring another person for him to face Oforiata. Anything short of it, a idea we will not get to the end of matter. Look, the point about this NIMOS, I want to come back to NIMOS. Okay, we need serious education about NIMOS activities. Serious education. Look,
we are done. No, the time no.
Look,
we are done.
Because now me person me make you correction me. A SML deal. And yet from the beginning, ye OSP NHA investigation. A Manasa Zuri and I think 3 or 4 others. And a raising matter. And President Akufo-Addo, Emma KPMG.
Yeah.
Say or more or auditing. KPMG report in a buy, you know. President police or more temporary so montre. Later, Okase Enkoso. Okase Enkoso. And Wechi Ansah na special prosecutor. ASA. Or interest room or also a launch the investigations. NYN investigations every. So it's not like special prosecutor was the one I was saying first.
Yes.
And there be we will not be fair to special prosecutor.
Matthias,
the special prosecutor came in after, you know, like Akufo-Addo and his government KPMG has cleared them.
No.
Yes,
no.
but you see,
no. The point I'm making is say the Manasseh Azure and the 3 others investigated by their own independent investigation body, and they petitioned OSP. OSP or Shasie and Sana. Yes, and Sana. The president asked KPMG to do it.
Exactly.
So it's cut off at a point. We interest OSP interest, and I'm saying say
the press conference.
Yes. Yes, so it is not as if say he didn't start
at that time. No, by the time KPMG didn't find this buy, no, not OSP find this buy.
They say OSP, you catch and say when kosu KPMG to establish say
it's a fact to say it's a fact to hold on.
Yes, it's a fact say the president had asked these people to do the investigation audit
press conference.
Yes, after we know, you will know.
Go and listen.
So the point I'm making is say yes. They have to make sure, say, look, all these things under Akufo-Addo, we should have experienced that. Why is this man still alive?
Anyway, thank you.
Why, friend say, why is he alive?
Why do you want me dead?
No, why? Yeah. Why is he alive? I'm asking. He's alive because Yesika. Action is kopim nemre. Almost see kunyano so whatever.
Me, what the difference between MPP and NDC? And Akufo e take over. Chachuchi kata no wa brochiri. Ene ka say ye hwehwe no. Chachuchi kata no na fa plane. Ene obae. Obeyi nsam no. Owie wo se ko. Odu airport ye se ma ne nko. Ene bo no am kasa. Wotena ase akosi se di na asem wie ye. Ene de ne tum. Ye de ne tum after several years no. Court declared say judgment ruling was error. ene ya panicho yesi se otirimu fan obusum ku ne wonku kenu furiata covid nya wo se de eche wo ba e wa empuru wani mu awo no wafuna awo no obi hu kenu furiata kwa kasa de enche no krofo krasi nya abotere sa ho ya de o si da bi Ghana ho donti wutimi de tena wa ene adenti na wo ma
budget kwa you couldn't read
but nana me de minim ni say de me mahu kenu furiata kosro ba form de ne be ba Ghana
unless of course
because na utie special prosecutor way back I think the beginning of this year and more apply for information be from the American side that information no the email conversations between Kanofuriata and the principal suspect or more involved na no mo di ni nyina aba nana I'm privy to the womb but menka I'm privy to the womb by menka but market on the wall second Ofuriata ya de nebe Ghana na SMNA amikasi manyane ntie se special prosecutor Sachi acting legal director de GRA ono so ya che no ono so related to this na the current GRA boss no kra na em won say no we are not asking him questions
yes
because one na director KPMG omo ye audit no a wo firi one na kwakotena GRA sa kunya no a nipa no te sa kunya mo GRA a amishadai wo firi wa okotena ho no amishadai implicated nipa no te wan na amishadai ba mu nyina ka ho and that GRA ni Carson's pinyufo no na omo wa omo ese na manyina obia retire omu nyina koye adwuma edema SML enti Ghana for enrezi bell awa ya adwene mu said the current GRA boss na wote wono mu a ono na audit
SML
said one set down for findings papa bia
na o si na bibia ko clean
yes one hu bia wo ho no ai ne
ya reward you as GRA boss
wo ye tax expert we finance and accounting expert. We investigate my concept probe auditing. We report our the buy no. Emma Kufu they are convinced that there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, this position the man as GRA boss.
There's nothing wrong with it. Special prosecutor etimia take time and an investigation of the buyer no bibia da mo clear wo year or closing investigation or press conference the next day President Mahama had already said on terminate contract. So why should that man supposed to be? Why is he still there?
The GRA boss.
The GRA boss. Why is he there?
The KPMG director first.
Partner. Yes, partner. Yes. Why is it there? Because there's direct link between SML and KPMG
and Akufo-Addo. Direct link between Akufo-Addo, KPMG,
and SML investigation. No, as a tax expert. And the government from so be a one send state institution a year investigation near who said the woman here. We are compromised. He's not deserved to be there.
All right.
But it's something that we need to ask, and I know say at appropriate time. Now that they are going after the legal directors non chronobano. You get there.
All right, so that's it live at Accra100.5 Citizen Show Monday afternoon. Yeah, but there are so many issues we need to discuss. We have fuel prices down. The dollar is doing well. Aduane Abuso. I think the issues no assignment akwai yebeye ho adwuma. We have this plant, a water plant, desalination plant. Yeah, omo ye in Woteshi and MPP betum. Omo tum say Teshi eni nungwa enso anwa ya dion. Enso why ya dem pa. And I don't know why anyway, so manamra ne nyane ntentena yenko mame fa na se ma honto na se enkomo divine. We have some few work miniaba was in patch use way no rather I think that one is better. Oda akwaba
Commander, ya eja.
Boko de.
Adumo nanso
Ayudadenti yekrokra mun kakra.
Kakra.
Sa ukra bibi kakra.
Ai me wo nyoma wo mapampan so a me beton.
Wosugu obi.
Nyoma kakra o ha sei. Ai ti.
Wosugu obi enko.
Ma mensha se mfemfri snete fo akache. Na snete semen control ena anwumre se. Ohene ba ene de ne papa te ase. Disabre ya wote ase wobetumi aye japade na watietian kra e de asi ho de ama wonchirima enti wowu achi no wo ma emre da wowu achi enya de a wo ma bebre kwan bia so snete seme mo amane se wo ya aban adwuma ana se wo ya wankaso adwuma ana wudi edwa bodwa nkakra bra na anyone mebo anan bra be register no atro din oye ne se wi a bosume kakra obeti ato ho no obetimi kura de wo ba asha anan se o mi wu a me basmesi ana obentene ene mra medimade ana monfa sika no mano wonya san no moje tum se peno anu no wo achi sa nipa no a wo bo ne din no wono en wo mode epuduo no ebema no wankasa asem dei wonya ne bebia agisa snete se abra obe register wie no bo modian se o contribution wo betua ne 10 wotua ne saa eya no relax esan se ebra so se wo ba baju sika on be ye de saa e de amount Snate say, Wamu number free 0302 611 622. And now connect to one our social media no so or Facebook or X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Nini na ubo at Snate Ghana wonsa ebeka wonum. Ghana fana bebia or branches mako edronum miensa 53 branches nationwide. Ya ukwa ubetimi ni wonu medinsa oswo. Snate say we deliver on our promise. Tontina 74 mesha eye du papa ebe boaw ama wonso watumi atena se di nkwa me. Mesra wo ewiase aye kobai yade eteta hahan so na wa moani amre Nuan Pedro ya ebetu nya wase amawo a wani bedi ebebede nyasem ketwa enti tontina 74 mixture eye dro ya ebetumi etu kidney infection ase amawo etu typhoid ase hepatitis B, abdominal pain, STD, chest pain, high blood pressure, treat high blood sugar. Bien soa na halitosis enum kankan bad breath ebi wo soa nonom tontina 74 mixture ebetu ase kra ulcer diabetes ekuratu ama ho asama na kwakwa ye kana wonom tontina 74 mixture ebeboa ma won so ado ho afiri yade yi ho wo prostate enlarge wo liver infection HIV patients say monkonom tontina 74 mixture bio esan se ebeboa am watumi anya wa ho den na wagina so ache adi ebusumin system no enti wo nom no na eboa konyare wa ene ni pedua ni di asie no efiri ho ma asthma ya afo ovarian cyst wo ho no ma wonyare o nanso bibi kitwa bia no abre fatigue no tontina 74 me shabeboa lungs infection cancer fe na asase bronise early cancer sickle cell anemia patients say monso mo die ni o tontina 74 mixture duro se chronic cough away eba wo so nyenne abeye kwankro wakwa wo ya abrempo paucho tontina 74 mixture beboa pa ebi nso ana wo de no akoma ya de woto a wakoma etimi twu se ya hwim ɛti wotwumi hwim dabi wanhwɛ yɛ bɛgye wo nkwa afiri wo nsɛm o Tontina 74 mesha bɛboa paa ɛdrei ɛwɔ pharmacies ahodoɔ nyinaa mu herbal shops drugstores wodra wo nsa bɛka bi frɛ 0246 073 498 ana 0501 628 931 na to no doso prom ko kan shi drug lane ɛna afei lanes ana se shops ahodoɔ nyinaa mu Tontina 74 mesha ɛyɛ dra ɛdi kan ya ya register wɔ South Africa na kyerɛ sɛ amanani mpo ɛdi ne ho a kopɛ binom na ahontɔ Bills microcredit se bra no ma obosia na fa so to ha nyina no ai ohia de ayo ye ehia wo a asɛm a nipa ne ka no kra anya asɛm a ye bufuo na aboafo na sɛ binya kwasea na ehia no anu osresere ana komde no na ne siguso Bills microcredit say afi enche bekuna wieye ebia wo ani so ade hunu wa bo apem empem bra Oma obesia na besia wei no de ma eye nika na eye den se wo hia collateral bia enkofa wo dan bi na wo kra dan no wo bia nka akwaje besia kwana bills for so tew susu sembia nim de ohia your Ghana card ma Ghana card ne so Bills microcredit say eno ane say wo do Ghana card number no aba na wa ma obesia e de akoso tew ha nyina frɛ 0596 920 833 0596 920 833 and 0302 200 390 0302 200 390 Kai say terms and conditions apply. Mansoa Herbal Clinic bra na fa how nyina bedan Mansoa Herbal Clinic na wo say wo de how no wo ba emmo wo yade no so emfidie buso ayasabia ho ye do beto afidie no so na afidie no ankasa kire ba bia yade no wo ene yade ko a ene wudi asie na etuase omamo aduro ama otumi e de etuase ebia mekobo yade bi so a Obeka samedie de wa amoso me say yade bia ye bodin ma ne yeye e wo Ghana asase so anase wiasim ha fa ko Mansoa Herbal Clinic obetu ase ama ho atopa mo amwe ne yade wo say ebre beso ebre pam no wobetumi ehunade yie se wo wani no enhu ade da mpa me se ko Mansoa afo ho na ene wo no nkoto kese se edro bia ni hono mu a na yade bia ni wonu a eni edro e wo wiase mu Ishomachi kwan e wo New Fadama Bombay Washing Bay New Fadama Bombay Washing Bay hwa numbers no eni 0272 019 917 0272 019 917 and 0244 626 590 0244 626 590. The luckiest I se upese won saka winning ticket ni bia ma menchro kwan ya obefa so the luckiestafrica.com luckiestafrica.com okwa no assign in real quick na afi what tap community ticket ni so no pick your lucky number and na so obema kwan ama system na nkasa generate bi e the amount every 1 Ghana cedi ekosi 5,000 Ghana cedis ticket no ubetimi so ato e the amobi ama na yie wo Ghana ha say ya eno ane say wo de umomo etria na mom say wo outside Ghana na wabomode de card etria the luckiest waba ama lucky numbers na draw so pa pleasure condoms and answer flame condoms ye wo mo hudo mienu ye wo blue and ye wo green blue no eye mo a mo pese mu gina so che no fidie no ejina so saa enum da ɛna green no wotobia ɛno boa ɛma greater stimulation ɛpem yie ma tum zampa wapem a yɛduru peak paucho sɛ ɛba wo kɔn ho na ɛyɛ wo sɛ adeɛ yi ɛwɔ sɛ me use condom a ɛyɛ ahwehwɛ flame condom sɛkyi kwan ɛsan sɛ ɛno ɛne agyidie efiri 19 kodwo hoho ɛmo a yɛdie ɛde bɛsi nnɛ ɛyɛ Ginny Rice say or the promotion asosha sunti bronya bantem quarter 4.2 kg bag of Ginny Rice na me paucho wo bie so aya hwe yie sanse ye the card bi a hye inside no eno ani say wo scratch sa card no wo betimi awini a chede bebre fridge, washing machine, smart TV, gas cooker, and afei all expense paid trip to Dubai. Se bronya ipa na ukodi Dubai. Kwana kwaje Ginny Rice sesia 4.2 kg bag no na wonso lacking smile on you na nya achede be. Terms and conditions eda home. Afei de yedi etu apo every adetoi ho every MTN for nchen MTN for the free after one buy ma Ghana for agiatum na why nem pa de pa and MTN for say oh say ade Ghana for manage ho enti asa de fofra ba eno ye MTN free after one extra ai wo betimi akasa be say 1 hour continuously wontwa onkasa wontwa so ugusu kasasa na o say 1 hour no mu no 10 minutes bia obekasa bia no emu 1 minute tie ne yie emu 1 minute pe na obetua ka enti emfa ne se wa frasmesi ya na obentene and wa register MTN free after one extra no wo kasa for 1 full hour every 10 minutes bia we bet you just 1 minute pe the akanyina you free it would check na bubu na sesehwe umpewe na apedien MTN say wabadi ama wo say won so kasa ebeye dama wo na memenda kra de na chese abodo abuso wo benya 100 MB of data free we your course de edikan ewo memenda bia wo benya sa data ne free e de asorte wankasa wo ho so person subscribe here MTN free after one extra wo be dial *550 hash tie *550 hash na fe prompt nti na wa follow prompt no eno anu no MTN free after one extra obia emfa no hunyim na ma course no enguso a enye de abusia we so enti ye betwe ho aba ye ba ye betwaso
100.5 Accra FM.
The luckiest, oh yes, luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah. The luckiest, money is life, money the key. No matter the weather, me and you are the need. Papa is sick, comes to the money. When you get to an answer free suku, abba few. Why you juma, near who hear the luck. The luckiest.